You better believe it, Amanda. We are propped up above the hardwood here in Altamont, Kansas, on the campus of Labette County High School, home of our favorite team in the state, the Labette County Grizzlies. Good evening, Grizzly fans, and thank you for tuning in once again for an evening of Labette County Grizzly basketball. Jack Leake, Ian Harlow, happy to be with you. Lucas Hayward on the KLKC Sports YouTube live stream as Labette County plays host as part of a 4-game home stretch tonight. They welcome in the Bulldogs of Independence. Both of these teams, at least in terms of the first match of the night, the girls have had 2 good games this year, Ian. The last meeting between these two teams, again on the girls' side, didn't quite tilt in our Lady Grizzlies' favor, but boy was it a fun finish in Burlington.
A terrific game for both teams, offensively and defensively, but Labette County was definitely the team that struggled the most, and Independence took advantage of that, and they let us see that most of the game until the final fourth quarter, where we made a push for it, and unfortunately we couldn't quite grasp that lead that we were down by, and unfortunately lost by 1 point to Independence. So just expect a night of revenge from maybe this Labette County team, and expect them to play a lot better and take notes from that game, especially with Tiana Johnson back for Independence, who maybe didn't have that many points that we expected, but she definitely made a difference for this Independence team. So I think it'll be a really great dogfight tonight, and it'll be a back and forth game, and it might honestly start off a slow start for both teams, or either be really quick and there will be scoring battle back and forth. But I kind of just expect a defensive battle between two good, solid teams.
It was really a night and day difference from the first time we played the Lady Bulldogs to the second time we played them in Burlington. The first outing was at Independence, where Labette County won 40-28, and they were in control for all 32 minutes of that contest. They put it on the Lady Bulldogs defensively. The shooting wasn't great. They only scored 40, but it was well enough on the back of that defense that night to win. Independence only won 2 of their first 5 games. They've won 3 of their last 5 games coming into tonight. They're playing much better basketball. They won 2 out of 3 games in Burlington, and one of those was over Labette County. In the league, they have wins over Pittsburgh and Coffeyville to give themselves a 3-3 record in the SEK. And I was impressed with Independence. You know, the first outing we hold them to 28, and then they punch us in the mouth in that second or the third. Was it the third round in Burlington on that Saturday?
Yeah, it was the 3rd or 4th place game.
That's right. It was the 3rd and 4th place game where Independence ended up getting 3rd and we got 4th. Katon O'Brien had 32 of our 52 points in that game. Labette County was down all game long, and in the 4th quarter, Independence got tight. They got in foul trouble, and Katon O'Brien swooped in and took advantage. Labette County outscored Independence by 12 in the 4th quarter and still lost by a point. That was a fun one to watch. Ian, but we're coming off of a game as part of the Tank Connection pregame show you're listening to. We're coming off of a game that was a week ago. We had another Tuesday night off as Labette County picked up a nice win against a really nice Coffeyville team that really impressed me, and it was fortunate our girls got out of there with a 43-31 win.
It was a much different Coffeyville team than we have seen in the previous years that we played, and usually we're going out there and stopping them, or they're just not giving us a run for our money. And that game last Friday was a pretty solid game, and Coffeyville definitely shocked both of us, and they definitely give us a run for our money here and there. And then, but Labette County just kind of figured things out and just played a lot better than Coffeyville did, and came out with a good win.
Labette County had 3 ladies in double figures last Friday. Landry O'Brien 13, Nevaeh Jones 11, and Katon O'Brien 10. As part of the Tank Connection pregame show, we'd like to invite you to listen, of course, if you are on the radio, but on YouTube, if you're away from your phone and you can hear me talking, take a peek as we're going to pop a graphic on your screen of the girls' SEK League standings, and we're going to run down these real quick. We're just over 2 minutes until tip-off. We had a bit of exporting problems with the graphic itself, and so we had to take a picture of my computer screen and put it on the iPad. So that might be why it doesn't look so professional, but it still looks pretty good. Lucas Hayward did a nice job making my mess look pretty good. So you can see the standings over there. Fort Scott 6-0, really impressive team. Right now, they're head and shoulders above the rest. We will see how Coach Stepp's squad performs in the long month of February, where you have to close out and win the crown. Fort Scott firmly in front at 6-0. Behind them are Our Lady Grizzlies at 4-2. Fort Scott visits Parsons tonight, Ian.
That'll be a good game.
That will be a good game. In third place, it is.
Sorry, that Parsons team has been playing great lately, so they'll definitely give that Fort Scott team a run for their money.
In third place, the Lady Vikes of Parsons at 3-3. They host Fort Scott tonight. Parsons had been on a tear, and they still are, but they did lose one at home on Wednesday to Pittsburgh.
Wow.
A little bit of slippery ice there. The Dragons got one on the Lady Vikes. I'll check to make sure I'm not mistaken on that. They did lose to Pittsburgh 54-40. The girls did. In fourth place, Independence at 3-3. So if Independence wins tonight, they're tied with Quebec County. If they lose, the Lady Grizzlies are 2 games ahead. In fifth place, Coffeyville at 2-4. They visit Pittsburgh tonight. In sixth place are the Lady Dragons of Pittsburgh at 2-4. They host Coffeyville tonight. And in last place, Chanute, their lone SEK win is over us at Chanute before winter break. They are 1-5 in the SEK in last place, and they have a non-conference game tonight at home against Iola. So it goes Fort Scott, Lebec County, Parsons, Indy, Coffeyville, Pittsburgh, and Chanute, respectively, in the SEK League standings. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tank Connection pregame show. The American flag has dropped from the rafters, and we'll be back in 2 minutes after the playing of our national anthem. Starters being rattled off by the PA announcer before us, Randy Blackwell, booming the microphone here in Harrison with Sean Fry, sports editor for the Parsons Sun, sitting to his right. So this game, these two matchups anticipated to be good enough. Sean Fry made the trip down to Altamont. Starters for the visitors, the Independence Bulldogs. Number 5, a 5'9" sophomore, Brooklyn Maddox. Number 13, a senior power forward, Alex Jones. Number 14, a sophomore forward, Kayla Lemus. Number 24, a senior guard, Camden Etchison. Number 34, a senior forward, Tion Johnson. For Lebec County, you know him, you love him. Number 10, Caton O'Brien. Number 11, Nevaeh Jones. number 22, Addison Rexwinkle, number 23, Landry O'Brien, and number 33, Kinsley Boss. Head coach for Independence is Bryson Bird, assisted by Lee Odell and Preston Sharp. For Labette County, head coach Brianna Vollmer, assistants Madison Evans and Heather Wilson. Tip-off in 30 seconds. This is Lady Grizzly basketball. Broadcasting live. Meister for three in the lead! Yes! From the studio of KLKC Parsons. Wilson launches another three, and it's pure for Shelby Wilson! This is Grizzly basketball on 106.7 FM KLKC Parsons. Unbelievable win! I cannot believe it! Independence will have possession of the basketball here. Underneath they go to Johnson. She'll turn, flip, and miss, and Labette County has the basketball. Just 30 seconds into the game, it's Independence and Labette County. These teams have already played twice. Labette County won the first one at Independence, put it on them. Here's Kaiten O'Brien underneath, flipped up, and she's fouled and will shoot two. And Independence won the second meeting in the third and fourth place game in the Burlington tournament, 53-52, and Labette County had to claw back late in that one. Kaiten O'Brien shooting two free throws here before us.
It definitely feels like we are always playing Independence. We said that previously. Yeah, it just feels like we're always playing Independence somewhere, even if it's not at a home or away game. It's always in a tournament or sub-state or something like that.
Kaiten splits the free throws, 1-0 Labette County, 50 seconds into the game. And Independence, we didn't have a chance of playing them because of the way the bracket's set up, but they're in the Towanda Circle tournament too.
Yeah, they were.
So we see the black and orange everywhere we go. Here's Labette County down the floor and scoring after getting a defensive stop. Addison Rexwinkle lays it in with the left hand. 3-0 Lady Grizzlies, defense into offense.
Yeah, I think Labette County definitely took notes after that just tough loss against Independence last time. Just keeping pressure on the ball handlers and keeping pressure in general just on Independence, and that causes them to turn the ball over a lot, and I think they noticed that.
6:40 left in the first quarter. Independence with the basketball, wearing their road black uniforms with some orange trim and white numbers, and they get a backcourt violation. Pretty stagnant offense for Coach Bird's squad. Labette County taking advantage early in their home whites with red trim and some gold trim mixed in there as well around the red numbers.
Yeah, Labette County just being very aggressive on defense, and that's the Labette County we've seen in the first couple of games of the season, where they were really aggressive and causing a lot of trouble.
Nevaeh Jones with an athletic take but missed the lay-in. Rebound Labette County, and then Landry O'Brien travels. Labette County turns it over back to Independence. The Rock goes 3-0 Good Guys with 6:19 left in the opening quarter. Johnson, their center, is playing in the backcourt, breaking the press. Now they go up ahead. It was a travel, but they didn't call it on Lemus. Ball's in the corner. Etchison has it hoisted above her head. To the top of the key they go to Maddox. She was their lone point guard in the game due to foul trouble at the end in Burlington, and they turn it over. They were trying to go to Alex Jones underneath, but she couldn't handle it. Timeout Independence. It is a sloppy Independence start, but they're only down 3-0. We're going to take a bit of a breather as we had a bit of a rushed start to the broadcast tonight, still getting my thoughts about me. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Landry O'Brien shoots a three and gets the friendly roll, and I mean just as we were coming out of that break, that ball fell through the rim. It was a short possession for Labette County, who goes up 6-0 now. Foul on Labette County as they were hounding the ball again. That's the first for Labette County as Kinsley Boss picks up her first personal.
Yeah, it just kind of feels like Labette County is making Independence feel very uncomfortable right now, and it's not like their usual self that we've seen in the last game we played them in.
Yeah, they were very poised, maintained. That's a good point. 6-0 Labette County, 5:20 left first quarter. They dump down to Johnson. She'll face, shoot, and is fouled. Post fouls have been the common suit here early. Only 3 total fouls combined for either team, 2 Labette, 1 Independence. That's the second on Kinsley Boss, though, and Johnson, who scored 10 points against us in Burlington, is shooting 2 free throws, first of which is no good and short.
Picking up her second foul, Kinsley Boss will check out of the game for her sister Aubrey Boss.
Independence had 3 different players in double figures against us. Etchison 13, Jones 10, Johnson 10, and Brooklyn Maddox had 8. So they were close to 4 players in double figures. Johnson misses both, and Labette County's ripping it left to right. Rex Winkle dumps it down to Boss. It's Aubrey Boss, as Ian mentioned, checking in for Kinsley. Landry has it, right hip with the ball. Rex Winkle, right wing 3 on the way and short. Rebound tracked down by Aubrey Boss. And an across the paint pass is poked out by Maddox. It'll stay with Labette County, though. They look like they've gotten a Tuesday night off, which they did.
Yeah.
They look fresh.
Yeah, I think that Tuesday was probably definitely a good refresher for them. But sometimes that could be bad for teams who are not playing like their usual Tuesday and Friday games, and sometimes it keeps teams rusty.
Caton O'Brien misses a floater, and then I think we have a foul going the other way on Independence, unless that's on Addison. Okay, it is on Addison, as Addison got kind of hit in her face by an elbow. It wasn't intentional by Maddox, or Lemus, sorry, but they're going to call Addison for her first and the team's third. Etchison rides the far baseline. Another pass tipped out. Rex Winkle and Jones in there on the effort.
Allie Martin will check in for Addison Rex Winkle.
4:30 left in the first quarter. Ball is thrown in for Independence. Etchison hoists it. Hitting the deck hard, and a foul called on Landry is Lemus. That'll be Landry's first and the team's fourth with 4:24 left in the first quarter. One more foul, and Indy has free throws for 4 straight minutes.
Yeah, Labette County may be playing a little too aggressive on defense here and there, but definitely not a bad thing as Jones just gets a steal.
Here comes Caton off the carom. Left-hand runner is good. 8-0 Grizzlies, almost halfway through the first quarter. Labette County's student section is already packed and wild. 8-0 Grizzlies. They've came out hard here at home. Here's a baseline jumper. Air ball in the hands of Lemus, and she'll lay it up and in for 2 for Independence's first points of the game.
Yeah, just not boxing out on the other side of the goal. Just uncharacteristic rebound.
Maddox had a steal for Independence, but then Labette County stole it right back, and an ensuing foul on Lemus over there, I believe it is. That'll be Independence's second and Lemus's first. Labette County 8, Independence 2. 3.5 minutes left, first quarter. Jones right wing, pounds it with her left hand, touches the paint, flips it out to Aubrey Boss, puts it on the deck against Jones. Out front, Landry wants her second 3 of the game. Off the heel, rebound Etchison, and she'll shed Aubrey off of her back, who almost got called for a foul. She'll spin down the floor, shoot, and score. Wow, Etchison didn't pass it, but she didn't need to. 8-4, Labette County.
That's something that hurt us a lot in that previous game when we played Independence, is Etchison just driving to the rim and finishing tough baskets and just not face guarding her or playing harder defense on her, and she made us pay for that.
Jones has had the ball for most this possession for Labette County and travels. Anytime one player, and it wasn't her fault, has the ball for so long, a turnover is just a ticking time bomb.
Yeah. Libby Poole and Addison Rexwinkle will check into the ball game for Nevaeh Jones and Landry O'Brien.
For Independence checking in for the first time tonight, it's going to be number 3 Madeline Bashir. She'll replace Kayla Lemus.
Someone on Labette County who's always playing hard and really good minutes off the bench for us is Libby Poole. Every time she comes off the bench, she's always playing hard and aggressive and just doesn't ever give up on a play.
2:30 left first quarter. Labette County up by 4. Ball's on the deck, picked up by Jones, handed off to Maddox, far side. Good defense by Martin, good hands by Rexwinkle. Ball's on the deck, Labette County has it. That's a great defensive possession for Labette County, on the ball and off of it. Caton head fakes a 3, drives, shoots off the glass, almost got the and one, but she'll settle for a couple of free throws here in a moment.
Yeah, really, really close to a and one possibility there, but just barely off the front of the rim. And then bounces over the basket. But Caton will go to the line and make her first free throw, as Lemus will check into the ball game for Jones.
That was Alex Jones' second, and she gave us fits in Burlington. She's one of their bigger players next to Johnson. Seconds missed by Caton, but fought for by Boss. Ball's on the deck, fighting, and a jump ball's the call. It'll go to Independence. But Lemus got about a half a sip of Gatorade, and then she was thrown back in as Coach Bird was forced to do it with Jones picking up her second.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Can't have your good players get in foul trouble this early into the ball game.
2 minutes, first quarter. 9-4 Labette County gets another steal, and then a foul on Etchison consequently. And now we are matched up at 14 fouls apiece. This could be a longer game if the officiating stays the same. I'm not saying it's wrong. This is a good crew.
Yeah, no, it's been great. Definitely no bad calls so far in this game that I've thought so far.
Right. The first on Etchison. Labette County up 9-4 with the ball. Feels like they're up more than 5 with how they opened, but Independence credit has hung in there. Caton launches a deep 3 and misses. Rebound Johnson. Here goes Indy right to left. Lemus all the way out in front. Scores. She's a good player.
Yeah, she's pretty good. Not what Labette County needed. They just need to get back on defense and in transition, but they didn't do that, and they kind of stayed up court.
80 seconds left first quarter. Ball goes into Boss, right out to Poole. O'Brien, the point guard, that's Caton. Landry's on the bench. Martin left wing. Flashing is Aubrey Boss. Back to Caton. Head fakes a 3 and is called for a travel. One of her favorite things to do as 2 new Grizzlies check in.
Yes, Jaden Davis and Landry O'Brien will check into the ball game for Aubrey Boss and Allie Martin. Jaden Davis played really, really good minutes for us in that Burlington tournament whenever some of our players would get into foul trouble. And we just needed some big-time defense and plays, and she made those for us.
9-6 Labette County, still double-teaming everything beyond the perimeter, it feels like. Now they sag off just a little bit in kind of a matchup 2-3 zone, 2-1-2, something of the sorts. 45 seconds left in the quarter. Cracking an open 3 is Maddox, but misses. Rebound Caton O'Brien backside, and she'll waltz it up left to right for Labette County. Now she'll pick up pace. Forward the pass to Rexwinkle, who flips it right back. Landry O'Brien lets a 3 fly, misses it strong. Johnson with the board, has it stripped but gets it back.
Yeah, plenty of time for Independence to score here. I think the smartest thing for them is just stall time and wait to get the final shot.
I didn't think Landry was going to shoot, but Coach Vollmer yelled 2, and then she shot it. So maybe Vollmer wanted to go 2 for 1.
Yeah, maybe.
Here's Independence with 4 seconds left. Johnson's bailed out by a foul. She was stripped going up, and Tian Johnson's going to go to the line to try to make this a 1-point game going into the second quarter, in a quarter that feels like Labette County has played really well in.
Yeah, I can't disagree at all. It feels like Labette County is up by a lot more points than 3 right now, as Johnson will make her first free throw. But as I was saying, it just feels like Labette County's been putting good pressure on defense and then making good shots on offense, but seems to be that obviously on the scoreboard, Independence is just right at this ball game as Johnson makes her second free throw.
Here comes Labette County with 2 seconds, 1 second. It's a decent look,
Wow.
and it goes! Peyton O'Brien swirls it around the orange iron, and it falls down through the net at the buzzer. 12-8, the lead goes right back
Who
to
other
4.
to make it than her?
Right, as she loves floaters even from 20 feet. 12-8 Grizzlies at the end of 1. Back in a minute with more Grizzly basketball.
My name is Bria and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
12-8 Lady Grizzlies at the end of the first quarter, and they get the ball to begin the second because of the possession arrow. They go right to Jaden Davis, who's in the game, and a jump ball is the call, and it goes right back to Indy.
Yeah, I thought maybe there could have been a foul call possibly called there, but honestly a good call by the referee.
Landry O'Brien picks a pocket, gets a steal, misses the layup though. Caton is there to save the day, but her layup's blocked, and Labette County's going to slow things down. Here's Landry, right wing, drives baseline, dumps it to Poole, who misses it deep. Rebound, Independence. Boy, felt like a possession. You should have had one.
Couple floaters and missed layups there. Definitely something that Labette County will want back later in the game.
3-point shot, strong by Bashir. And then Labette County, their outlet pass is no good and out of bounds. They'll turn it right back over.
Kind of seemed just like a quarterback pass down to an outlet, just nobody was there.
Caton O'Brien gets her paw on the ball, pokes it out. It'll stay with Independence. Nevaeh Jones checks in for Libby Poole, the 5 on the court for the Grizzlies. Caton and Landry O'Brien, Addison Rexwinkle, Jaden Davis, and Nevaeh Jones. Labette County leads by 4, 7 minutes left in the half. Ball's at the top with Maddox. Now it's in the hands of Bashir, comes off the bench. Caton gambles on a passing lane and wins the bet. She missed the layup with the right hand, gets it back, and then scores it. Caton O'Brien made me hesitate a little bit, but she ended up scoring it. 14-8 Grizzlies.
Yeah, luckily we got the rebound and then got it back to Caton to get her those 2 points that she wanted.
There's better offense by Independence, who gets their first points of the second quarter with Tion Johnson off of a dump down pass. Landry O'Brien will drive, have her floater blocked hard by Etchison. Landry wants a foul, but she won't get it. Maddox has the ball to Etchison at the top. Thought about the 3, but pulled it down belt high. Maddox finds herself with the ball again, left wing. Independence looks more comfortable this quarter. Here's a drive baseline and a travel called on Etchison. Reagan Roberts will check in for the Grizzlies, and she'll replace Rexwinkle.
Yeah, Labette County's been playing pretty solid in this start of the second quarter. Just Independence has been right there too. They just kind of have answers every time we have something to answer.
Jones will drive and have an ugly pass that was batted. Go to Roberts, who's on the deck, and it'll be 2 thumbs up from all 3 officials. That means a jump ball, and it'll stay with us here right below us.
Hopefully Lebec County can get good inbounds play or just kind of throw it in and get a good offensive play set up to get a good look inside or even out on the arc to get us some points.
5:45 first half, 14-10 Grizzlies. Roberts, top of the key, lets a three fly and hits it. She's good for a three-pointer a game.
Yeah.
And there it was right there. Hopefully more to come in this one, though. 17-10, Reagan Roberts with a three. Etchison, circus shot at the rim, falls down, and the scoring has picked up a little bit here.
You can always bet on Reagan and make a three-pointer a game. If you like gambling, you can put about $10 every time on a game for Reagan Roberts to make a three, and she'll make one.
I looked at DraftKings before tip, and it had her at half a three for this game.
Looks like you're getting paid.
I'm just kidding. Here's Landry dribbling with the right hand, and an offensive foul going the other way on Lebec County. I don't know who it's on. They're gonna get Landry.
I think maybe she used her arm push, maybe something like that. But that'll be her second foul, and Libby Poole will check into the ballgame for her.
As we had 9 fouls combined from both these teams in the first half total, and just one, that was the first by either team 3 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Johnson using some height and missing, and a foul going the other way. That's on Lemus, who just lets her arms sag at her sides in frustration, and that'll be Lemus's second and the team's first.
Yeah, Lemus just tried using her height to get a rebound there and just kind of got an over the back call on her.
Here's Jones at the top of the key. She'll pitch it off to Poole. She'll hit a cutting O'Brien. Off her foot, the ball rolls to Roberts. Fortunate sequence there for Lebec County's offensive unit. 4:30 left in the half now. Lebec County hasn't gotten it inside the three-point line. Now Poole does. Caught in traffic and fouled from the side. That'll be Indy's second as a team this quarter. And the third on Lemus. Back to back.
Wow. That's definitely rough on Independence as just Lemus and Jones are switching out of the ballgame for each other, going foul for foul. And those are two big assets to Independence's defense and offense, especially rebound game as well.
Jones with a nice drive, misses the layup, and guess who's there? It's Reagan Roberts underneath the rim, flips it high off the window, and gets the soft roll to fall. 19-12, Grizzlies by 7. Johnson, tough fading floater, no good. Lebec County has a chance to take their largest lead of the game here on this possession. Poole finds Jones near the Lebec County logo at midcourt, cut in half by the black half-court stripe. Here's Davis, hits a cutting Poole, back out Roberts for her second three. Strong air ball, rebound Davis underneath, flips it up, blocked, rebound Johnson.
Yeah, that's just good defense by Independence underneath the basket. And Etchison's just going to go right to the rim. She's not going to slow down anytime soon.
She'll miss a floater, though, and it's rebounded by Davis. And Coach Vollmer wants her team to take a breath as she'll call the 30-second timeout, and we'll keep it here and thank, I didn't mention it a lot, we would like to thank Tank Connection for sponsoring our pregame segment, as well as a few other sponsors for making our broadcast possible. Lebec Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Lebec Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Lebec Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, and Lebec Center for Mental Health Services. We would like to invite you to stay tuned for the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show of this game, as we will throw back up the league standings graphic at halftime of this and try to find a few scores from around the area. One of the more intriguing matchups, Ian, is Fort Scott, who leads the league in boys and girls, travels to Parsons, which is a hard place to play.
It's hard to get a win at Parsons. It's a tough atmosphere, and the court just kind of messes with you a little bit. There's a lot of aspects to that ball, or that court that they have, and just it's a tough environment to get a win in. So it'll be tough for Fort Scott to pick up a win.
Here's Jones with a little cradle, flips one up that misses. Roberts was looking for her 7th point, but her layup was blocked. Etchison doesn't waste time breaking the press. Now she'll slow it down. Jones back in the game, short corner Jay missed, and a foul on Tian Johnson coming this other way. 19-12 Grizzlies with 2:50 left in the half. That's Independence's 3rd team foul of the 2nd quarter, and that'll be the 1st on Johnson.
Reagan Roberts will check out of the ball game, and Allie Martin will replace her.
Nevaeh Jones will bring the ball up left to right, dribbling with her right hand. Looks away from the ball and gives it to Poole on the right side. Here's Martin. Doesn't dribble, gives it to Caton. She'll drive it short corner and then throw it off of Johnson's foot out of bounds. Here comes Addison Rexwinkle back in the game for Caton O'Brien as Coach Bird is going to eat away in his bench a little bit and send in Caitlin Spencer, the sophomore guard, as you knew that was going to happen at some point as he's getting a couple ladies in foul trouble.
Yeah, it's been a little rough for Independence on the foul side. So Independence has to go into depth on their bench, and that's what Coach is doing right now.
Boss, that's Aubrey Boss, throws a tough shot up off the glass that misses badly, and she smiles as she gets back down the floor, and then Aubrey forces a turnover. Here's Poole, finds Aubrey, turns, shoots, had it blocked again. Here's Etchison. Man, she's playing good defense. What a pass to Johnson, but it's too far off her fingertips, out of bounds. Independence is having opportunities. It's not a lack of that. But Labette County's defense still holding firm. Labette leads by 7, 2 minutes first half.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at this Independence girls basketball roster, and, you know, they don't really have much of seniority on their team. They only have 3 seniors, I think I see here, and then most of them are sophomores and freshmen. So it's hard to get people off the bench at the end of the game when you don't have that many kids who are experienced on varsity.
Labette County turns it over. Aubrey Boss was stuck on Alcatraz here below us in the corner. That was worse than prison. That was solitary confinement. She had 2 Bulldogs all over her and had nowhere to go and turned it over. Foul on Labette County on the other end, and Independence Etchison will shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, Etchison's just a really aggressive ball player. She's going to take it to the basket. And she's kind of like a Caden O'Brien for the Independence team. She's going to drive to the basket and throw something up and get to the foul line and, you know, possibly get that and one.
She does miss the first. Minute 40 left in the half. Score stays at 19-12. We've been at a stalemate for a while, and we're still there. She misses the second as well. Independence should feel fortunate. This is still a 7-point game, as should Labette County.
Yeah.
It works both ways right now. Nevaeh Jones with the basketball, picks her dribble up and finds O'Brien. That's Caton, left wing. She'll travel, I think, as she didn't quite pass the ball fast enough.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of just been a slow last 3 minutes of the second quarter. Still, both teams looking for a spark of offense to get them started and get some momentum rolling, and nothing's been happening, just good defense on both sides.
Independence gets across half court. Maddox flips up a brick that misses. Rebound Jaden Davis back on the floor. 60-second mark, second quarter has been surpassed. Here's Rexwinkle, finally an open look that misses short on a 3. Rebound fought for. There's Addison who gets the putback to go. That's what you call following your shot. She shot it left wing. It hung in the air off the miss, and there she was to put it up and in. Here's Johnson on the other end. She scores.
Yep, and there's Tiana Johnson to respond right back to that score. So, like I said earlier, Independence is going to respond every time you score. They're going to score right back.
And every time we don't score, they don't score.
Exactly.
I mean, a never-ending game of checkers. 21-14. Labette County with 16 seconds left in the half. Here's Jones wasting no time. I thought maybe that was a travel, Ian, but she flipped one up that missed, and then Jaden Davis is fouled on her effort for the board. And so Labette County will inbound under their own rim with 13 seconds left in the half, up by 7.
Yeah, I agree. I thought that was maybe a travel too, but just a really good Euro step by Nevaeh Jones.
Caton throws it into Nevaeh. Martin at the top. Right back to the inbounder, Caton O'Brien. 6 seconds, she'll drive. Nothing there. Martin with 4 seconds travels.
Just got to cross your fingers and, put your hands together and start praying that Independence doesn't get a score right here, because I'd rather go into this halftime 8 points up or 7 points up.
Here's Rexwinkle, tries to get a layup off the steal, and she missed it. That was kind of hard to commentate because the pass was nearly picked. It was caught by Indy. Rexwinkle stole it with 2 seconds left and missed a left-handed layup at the buzzer. We have a football score in Altamont. 21-14 Grizzlies back in 3 minutes with the Eye Care Associates halftime show. It's Kitty night here in Harrison. As the last 3 home games, we've had some sort of entertainment at halftime and in between games or whatever. It had been junior high night. We had seen some area junior high teams come and get to go at midcourt and just hang out during the game or halftime of the girls' game. And tonight it was Kitty night, as some the court was filled with young aspiring cheerleaders or dancers, and it was great to see the girls down there cheering on Labette County and all the parents with their phones out. So a lot of fun entertainment taking place over the last 10 days or so at halftime of the girls' game. You can see that if you have a niece or whoever that was a part of that. You can go on our KLKC live stream, and Lucas had that on the live stream as it was running. So you can go back and watch that as well, the Kitty halftime performance, if you want to. Our halftime score, 21-14 Grizzlies in the ladies' game. This is the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. Ian, it was kind of a rock fight, if you will, because it's not necessarily high scoring. And you said it nicely earlier, like when we score, they score.
Yeah.
And when we don't score, they don't score.
Yeah.
We just got out to a hot start, and after that hot start, it's been a wash.
Yeah. It just got stuck. I don't remember if it was the boys or girls. I think it was the boys game where they just kind of, you go on a roll and then you just stop and get stuck.
Yeah.
That's kind of what the Lady Grizzlies did in their opening first quarter. Just they went on a tear and caused a lot of ruckus on defense and a lot of it was just good defense by LeVay County in that first quarter, and then the second quarter rolled around and it all just kind of fell apart. Not saying the defense was bad or anything. Obviously, we had pretty good defense if we kept the Independence team to 14 when last game we played them, it was like 25 or something at halftime. It was a high-scoring game. But it's been good defense, just not good offense from either team.
Yeah.
Not a lot of scoring, just some careless turnovers and just shots not falling for either team. I think we said this in the other game whenever we played Independence in Burlington. It's going to be the team whoever comes out, gets that first shot going, gets that momentum rolling, that's going to get on top and get the win in this game. And I think it's going to be like that again in this game as well.
We will go through the scoring totals for you, and then we might take a short break and come back with the SEK League standings. Did they put more time on the clock than normal, Ian?
I don't think so.
It feels like we have much more time, but
I think just because the little kids were out there and then just kind of giving them time to be in the locker room, and then these people, the boys, to warm up as well. I think it was 10 minutes, was it not?
I think it was more because it was running while the kiddos were out there dancing.
It was? I didn't know. I didn't see it.
It just feels abnormally long. I can tell by the way I'm going through my routine here. I'm way ahead, but all right, we'll start here with Caton O'Brien with 9, Reagan Roberts with 5. I'm telling you, Reagan Roberts had
on it.
all 5 points. Yeah, all 5 points in that second quarter, and you take those away, we're up 2.
True. Wow. Yeah, I didn't even put that into perspective. Reagan's just a really good ball player. She's just someone that kind of goes under the radar, and you leave her open down in the paint or even out on the arc. She'll make you pay for no matter what's happening. She'll hit something from the arc, a good 3-point shot, even in your face. You put a hand in her face, and she'll make it. Or down low, she's pretty aggressive down low, and she'll make you pay down there as well.
Addison Rexwinkle had 4, and Landry O'Brien had 3. For Independence, just 3 scores. Tian Johnson had 6, Camden Etchison had 4, and Kayla Lemus had 4. At the end of the first quarter, it was Labette County up 12-8, and then they went on to outscore Indy 9-6 in the second quarter to give us our 21-14 halftime stand. 7 minutes, 40 seconds until the beginning of the third quarter, but we'll step aside for just 1 minute and come back with those SEK League standings on the girls' side. Welcome back, Grizzly fans, to the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show, as we're going to take another peek under the hood in the SEK standings for the girls. As you'll see on the YouTube live stream, that graphic again, just because I know more people are tuned in now than before the game potentially, so we'll just burn through them again. Again, there are no games have gone final tonight. So the standings you see are coming into the evening. Of course, no girls game around the area that started at 6 has finished yet. So those standings are coming into the evening. As I think that's the boys one, Lucas. Go to the girls one. Thank you. And so the girls, for Fort Scott, they're in first place at 6-0. They play at Parsons tonight. That score at halftime is 37-25 Fort Scott over the Lady Vikes at Parsons. Fort Scott, man, they're solid.
Yeah. They can beat you outside with Keegan Yark, and then inside with, I'm not for sure what their post name is, but she's pretty tall and very physical down in the paint as well. That she's good. And then there's other people in that Fort Scott team.
Allie Brown, the point guard.
That Fort Scott team can they're all around talented team. That's just it's just solid. They're gonna get their redemption this year than last year at that buzzer beater that they lost in the sub-state championship.
In second place, Labette County at 4-2, threatening to go 5-2 here tonight. Third place, Parsons, as mentioned, they trail Fort Scott by 12 at halftime in Parsons. In fourth place, Independence at 3-3. Independence does not have the tiebreaker over Parsons because Parsons has beaten Independence already this year. In fifth place, it's Coffeyville at 2-4. They hold the tiebreaker over Pittsburgh, who's in sixth place at 2-4. Those two are playing each other tonight, so at the end of tonight, there will no longer be a tie between Pittsburgh and Coffeyville for fifth place, and it is halftime in Pittsburgh in that contest, and at the break in Pittsburgh, it looks to be, if I can get this to load, Pittsburgh 22, Coffeyville 18 in the girls matchup in Pittsburgh. So a good game there for a battle of fifth place going into the weekend. Yeah. And in seventh place, Chanute plays a non-conference game tonight against Iola. They're at 1-5. So first place, Fort Scott 6-0, Labette County 4-2, Parsons 3-3, Indy 3-3, Coffeyville 2-4, Pittsburgh 2-4, and Chanute 1-5. Again, those are just the SEK records because that's all that matters when seeking a league title.
I think I think honestly Fort Scott should be thinking Chanute right now, or else us and Fort Scott would be tied for first place. But
we would still be back one game.
Really?
They haven't lost, and we have 2 losses.
Oh, we have 2 losses. Oh, who's the other loss to?
For us?
For a league, yeah. Is it Independence? I thought we were 5-1.
You actually might be right.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure we're 5-1.
Public humiliation, Ian. All right? It's not a cool thing.
I'm pretty sure our only loss is for Fort Scott. Oh, wait, Chanute. You're right.
Okay, it took a minute to load. Yes. All right, phew. I really had some sweat building up on my eyebrows, I won't lie. I don't like being wrong on live air.
I was wrong. I'll take that.
Oh, no, that's quite all right. That's all right. But, yeah, so 21-14 here in this one. Labette County still fighting, trying to go 5-2 in the league, and I believe 8-5 on the season. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the second half. This has been the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. Independence scores on their first possession out of the break. I think that was Lemus on the score, so she's up to 6 points, tied for Johnson for leading scorer for Indy.
Yeah, it was just a wide open drive to the basket, and Lemus took it and made Labette County pay.
Landry O'Brien is fouled going up on the other end of the floor and will try to pop the Labette County lead back out to 7 as Indy with Lemus just cut it to 5. Landry's first is no good, rattles out. Checking in for Independence is Caitlin Spencer again. She will replace Alex Jones, who just picked up her 3rd.
Yeah, her and Lemus both have 3 fouls. Pretty positive as Landry O'Brien splits the pair.
Labette County still wanting to turn them over full court. Indy breaks the press. Johnson puts it up and misses it. Rebound, Kinsley Boss. Great effort by Boss. It was.
That was a 2-on-1 on Boss right there, and just good defense and good feet movement by Boss.
Kinsley wants to get one on Johnson, and it misses. Hit the front of the rim, then the back of the rim, and fell off. Here's Etchison with 2 Grizzlies behind her. Good dump to Johnson, who scores.
Yeah.
Great pass by Cam Etchison.
Yeah, we talked about this at halftime. Who's going to get those points and that momentum, and it kind of feels like Independence is coming out of the halftime with a little bit of fire under their feet, and they want to get back at Labette County for that first half that they had.
Independence really hurt us in that loss at Burlington against them in transition, as we have a foul on Indy underneath, and they're hurting us in transition again.
Yeah, it's I think they come out of that halftime in that third quarter, just like we saw in that Burlington tournament. They just kind of that first minute they were a little slow to it, but then after that first minute went by, they pushed on that gas, went right to Labette County's face and body, just made us pay for ever doing anything to them.
Nevaeh Jones misses a layup. It was a left side layup that she shot with her right hand, and it just didn't fall. Independence, meanwhile, has a ball poked out. Kaiten O'Brien, the sniper of it, and it'll stay with Independence. Lemus, left wing, extended, defended by Jones. Entry pass from Johnson, looking for Lemus, was tipped and stolen away. Labette County up by 4, 6 minutes, third quarter. Here's O'Brien with an up-under, and she'll miss the left-hand ice cream scoop. And here comes Independence, left to right.
I'm surprised they didn't call that a travel, to be honest. Sometimes some referees call that a travel move that Kate does.
Missed three-pointer by Etchison. Landry with a rebound. She'll pull up, top of the key, 3 off the glass, missed it. Rebound Johnson. Independence again, full head of steam. Etchison swerving, shooting, and scoring.
Yeah, like you said, just really good on transition. And that's what she did right there, took it to the basket. And Labette County just leaving her open to the paint and making us pay.
Independence has outscored Labette County by 5 in the first 2.5 minutes of the third quarter. Coach Vollmer wants a full timeout. Back in 1 minute with more Lady Grizzly basketball.
My name is Bria and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Timeout, only leads by 2. just like at Burlington, the pressure's on, and we'll see how we perform. Katon O'Brien with the ball, left wing. Picks her dribble up, forwards the ball around the perimeter. Jones gets to the rim and scores. It was a nice take, Ian.
Yeah, just making her way down the paint and making a good move down the lane, and is wide open.
Tian Johnson will score again underneath the rim. She's got 8 points. Lead back to 2 for Labette County. 4:45, third quarter. Boss with it right wing. Deep corner Jones in front of the student section. Katon O'Brien, Independence, in a man-to-man defense. Kinsley faces on Jones, uses her, or Johnson rather, and her shot's blocked out of bounds, but you have to admire the courage of Kinsley, who's a little smaller than Johnson, to take her downhill.
Yeah, just a very confident drive by Kinsley Boss there. Just a really good block by Johnson.
Rexwinkle has her ball stripped and stolen by Etchison. You can guess where she is, under the paint, shooting and missing this time though, and a foul staying here on Landry O'Brien. That's her second or third.
I think that's her third.
That is her third, and the team's first of this quarter. Independence has 2.
I think Independence is starting to get some momentum rolling for them. They got a student section form for themselves as they make a basket underneath the rim, and now have tied up the ball game.
They're playing through their big, and that's always depleting as a defense, because once a big gets going, it can be hard to defend. And Katon O'Brien travels on the right side of the floor, and Labette County turns it over. This game is tied. Independence has outscored Labette County 10-3 in the third quarter.
Labette County's just struggling to get some offense started as Jaden Davis will get a takeaway from Independence.
Johnson was not near ready for that pass. Landry O'Brien, ball on the deck. Davis, short corner, picks her dribble up, flips it to Landry, wants a deep 3, misses it right side, and it'll tumble out of bounds and go to Independence. Ian, if you could name us the 5 on the floor for Labette County.
Yeah, the 5 on the floor for Labette County is Katon O'Brien, Landry O'Brien, Libby Poole, Reagan Roberts, and Jaden Davis, keeping it down in the post. As Katon O'Brien will almost get a takeaway from Etchison, as I think it will be a foul on Etchison as Katon was taking the ball from her. Etchison just kind of reached around Katon and got herself a foul. So that will be Etchison's second foul of the ball game.
Independence has had a couple chances to take a lead. It would be their first of the game, but they've yet to do it. Here's Poole with the handoff to Katon O'Brien. Switches right to left, finds a lane. Davis underneath, has it stripped, and it's saved by Roberts out of bounds. Back to Indy, possession goes.
Yeah, Labette County's just struggling to get a good offensive play going for them, or even just a good offensive look in general. It's just been a struggle for them in this third quarter.
And Independence has their first lead of the contest. Kayla Lemus gets one to trickle over the front of the rim. 26-24 Indy, 3 minutes, third quarter. Labette County more than sped up offensively. Libby Poole harassed, finds Roberts left wing, dumped down Davis, has her shot blocked firmly by Johnson, but there's Labette County to get it back. Davis flips another up that misses. Indy left to right, looking to go up by 4. Landry swipes at the ball, pokes it away. What a play by Landry. Up ahead, Katon, right hand layup, good. We're tied at 26. Landry O'Brien, you dirty dog.
Wow, Katon.
What a play.
Yeah, that was a really good play by Landry. Katon's over there, almost jumped over the defender, the Independence player. Unfortunately, all that momentum's kind of taken away by a foul in Labette County, but we still have plenty to give to this Independence. We were talking about who's going to score first, and Independence brought it in this third quarter so far.
Timeout, Independence. That was a fantastic defensive effort by Landry O'Brien. We'd like to thank a few sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Community National Bank, Tank Connection, Wood Insurance Center, USD 506, The Corner Store, Olson Ace Hardware, and SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister. Tied ball game in Altamont, 2:17 left in the third quarter. Back in 30 seconds, this is Grizzly basketball.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed and high speed.
(26-26) is our score. These two teams were in a tight one a few weeks ago in Burlington. They go right to Lemus, who misses a layup. It was a tough one, though. Rebound Davis. Labette County wants that lead back after Indy had it a couple possessions ago.
Yeah, I think Labette County just kind of frustrated that they let Independence back in this ball game. And a deep three by Ken O'Brien all the way by the student section will bank it in for a three-pointer. What a shot.
Labette County will foul Etchison as she was breaking the press. As if that's on Landry, that's her fourth. But yeah, Kaiten O'Brien, we'll take any point we can get. I don't care how it comes.
I mean, wow, what a shot. That was a deep three. As Landry O'Brien will check it out of the ball game with 4 fouls, and as well as Reagan Roberts will join her.
29-26 Labette County. Aubrey Boss gets her hand on the ball, but Independence maintains control. Minute 30, third quarter here in Altamont.
Is Labette County playing like a 3-2 type defense or a 2-3?
I couldn't identify it in the first half either. Here's a block by Labette County. Davis with the carom. Up ahead, Kaiten swerves, shoots. Oh, she almost got the bucket and the foul, but she will shoot two. Swerving in and out of traffic. Kaiten O'Brien was playing Frogger down there.
Yeah, that was a good Euro step that she took to the basket and almost made it a three-point play, but just barely missed the conversion. But she will make her first free throw attempt. Has one more to go. Kaiten O'Brien just kind of keeping Labette County in this ball game, and she'll make her second free throw attempt as well. So going 2 for 2 at the line is Kaiten O'Brien.
Independence is having nightmares of Kaiten O'Brien a few weeks ago here right now. Here's Johnson driving to the rim and is fouled. Right when the contact was initiated, the foul was called. I mean, there was no anticipation.
Yeah, he was not calling charge at all either.
Yeah. He was at the scores table telling him Jaden's number before he even blew the whistle. That was impressive.
He read the script. He's like, foul coming.
That is the third on Davis. Johnson makes her first free throw. She has kept Indy in the game reversely for them.
Yeah, Jaden picking up her third foul. Kinsley Boss will check in for her. There was some substitutions for Independence as well. I didn't quite see who they were though. But Johnson will make her second free throw attempt.
31-28, Labette County's lead is 3 with a minute left in the third quarter. Tian Johnson has 14 for Indy. Here's a backdoor. Jones underneath, misses it. Rebounded by Independence. Labette County won't give up on defense, and now they have to get back. Here's Johnson swerving, loses it. O'Brien's there, picked up by Jones. Kaiten O'Brien, another masterful defensive play.
Kaiten just everywhere. She's always going to have a hand on the ball, even if it's on defense or offense.
Big possession here for Labette. We'll see if they try to go 2 for 1 or stall for the last shot. 30 seconds left in the third. Nevaeh Jones to Poole, right wing. Poole looking inside. Kaiten in the corner. Faces on the D. Drives with the left. Shoots with the right. Has it blocked but picked up by Poole. 17 seconds left third quarter. Kaiten back with it at the free throw line. Nowhere to go. Finds Aubrey Boss with 10 ticks left. Aubrey takes one dribble and gives it to Jones. 6 seconds. Nevaeh still with it to Caton. 2 seconds. Has to shoot a tough one that's blocked. Just congestion for 30 straight seconds.
That was good defense from Indy.
31-28, Labette County leads by 3 at home. 8 minutes left against Independence. Back in 1 minute with the fourth and final stand on KLKC.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Labette County does get the ball due to the possession arrow to start the fourth quarter. Ball goes into Caton O'Brien. Labette goes to the paint. Kinsley with an up and under on Johnson and scores it. Kinsley finally got one on Johnson, and she went up, got the big to bite, and went under and scored it.
Yeah, Labette County looking to play a lot better this fourth quarter than they did in the start of that third quarter. You can't have Independence going on a run here or gain any momentum. As it will be a turnover for Independence. Really good defense by Kinsley Boss. And Nevaeh Jones will go throw the ball in for Labette County on the baseline.
Labette County trying to set an early tone in this fourth quarter, up by 5. They scored on their first possession and forced a turnover just moments ago. Let's see if they can go 3 for 3.
It kind of seems like Independence is a little tired right now. Like they're playing kind of slow defense right now. That's just my perspective.
Yeah, they seem to be sagging off the ball a little more.
Yeah.
And not as quick left and right. We'll see if Labette County, because they can take quite a few shots here off the catches, but they're pulling them down. Here's Jones on a drive, looking for another.
Wow.
Misses this one short. Aubrey Boss fights for it and collects it. Here's Caton off the glass.
Yep.
Good.
Like how? I don't know how she makes some of those sometimes. It seemed like she was underneath the rim or underneath the basket.
The angle she had to the backboard was nearly impossible. Labette County up 7. Etchison with a drive, a circus miss, rebound Kinsley Boss. Labette County can punch one here.
Impossible is not in Kate O'Brien's vocabulary.
That's fair.
Let's put it like that.
She had at the end of the first quarter, she had a running floater from 25 feet that went in. So
yeah, it's ridiculous how she makes some of these shots, but just amazing at the same time.
Independence pokes a ball out. Good hands by Brooklyn Maddox, who has yet to score tonight. Same for Alex Jones for Independence. Both of those players had success against Labette County a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's mainly been Lee Miss, Etchison, and Johnson.
Yeah,
Johnson. Yeah.
Labette County up 7. 6 minutes left in the game. Independence was up 2 about 5 minutes of gameplay ago. They're late in the third quarter. Here's Rex Winkle with a crossover drive, shoots a fading layup that misses. Here comes Independence. Labette County trying to get back in front of the ball. Etchison hesitates, kicks at Maddox, wide open 3, hits the front of the rim and misses. Rebound, Caton O'Brien, wasting no time. Gets inside, touches the paint, goes up, under, in and out the ball goes. And that's probably a foul going the other way on Caton O'Brien.
Yeah.
And it is the first foul committed by either team this quarter.
Yeah, that'll only be Caton O'Brien's first foul. So, I mean, she has 4 more to give. As Addison Rexford will get a turnover from Labette County.
Jones ahead of the pack is fouled from behind before the shot by Lemus. Her 3rd or 4th foul, I think, as Independence has turned the ball over at midcourt a few times, and they've made the difference here, you could argue. That's 4 on Lemus, and Coach Bird wants another timeout. Labette County has outscored them 4-0 here in the 4th quarter. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's been enough to put us back up 7. Back in 30 seconds, this is Lady Grizzly basketball.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the 4-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
A couple updates from around the league in Pittsburgh, Kansas.
If this comes down to a last shot again.
I'll turn off Ian's microphone. As the Lady Dragons lead Coffeyville 32-29 with 6.5 minutes left in the game there in Pittsburgh. And in Parsons, the Lady Vikes have cut the Fort Scott lead to 8 with still a minute left in the 3rd quarter. So the Lady Vikings of Parsons still proving stingy against the top team in the league there in Parsons. 5:20 left here before us, though. Martin going up and is fouled out of the Coach Bird timeout for Indy, and Allie Martin can extend this up to a 9-point lead should she hit both.
Yeah, that'd be really great for Labette County here if she can make both of her free throws at the line. That'd give Labette County some momentum as she does make her first free throw. So hoping to go 2 for 2 off of this next one if she does make it. And it's off to the right, so she will split the pair.
Independence still struggling to get the ball across half court smoothly, which is hard to do against Labette County's press. Jones will put up a little bunny in the short corner that falls for her first points. 36-30 Labette County with 5 minutes left.
Yeah, it's so ironic how we were just talking about how she hasn't been really noticed in this game and then does score whenever Independence does need it the most.
She has been in some foul trouble. Labette County turns it over. Brooklyn Maddox intercepts a bad pass up ahead to Etchison, who pulls it back. Maddox in the corner in front of her own bench. Thrown back to their point guard, Etchison, who has to be gassed. I don't know if she's been pulled from the game, and she's been up and down all night. Maddox in the corner launches a 3 and airballs it deep. It looked good from where we sit as the ball was flying right at us.
Yeah, maybe not the smartest shots from Maddox. As Nevaeh Jones will hit a 3-pointer from the top of the arc, extending the lead to 9 for Labette County. What a shot.
Before she even caught the ball, I had 3 fingers in the air because she was right there on that rotation as this tipped pass will go off of Indy. I wasn't sure if that was off of us or not, but Independence turns it over after Nevaeh hits a script flipping 3. 39-30, Labette County can go up double digits on this possession. I didn't think I'd say that statement all game.
Yeah, no, I thought this was going to be a tight game the whole entire way, but
except for maybe the opening few minutes.
Yeah, but Labette County just been making its statement here and extending their lead every time they get the ball, and Independence hasn't been able to respond back every once in a while.
Labette County does come up empty on that possession, and Tian Johnson adds to her night and is fouled and will shoot 2. So I guess it's yet to be seen if she'll add to her night, but she's about to shoot 2 free throws here with 3:39 left in the game.
Honestly, no disrespect to Independence at all, as Tiana Johnson will miss her first free throw. But without Johnson right now, I don't feel like Independence would be anywhere in this ballgame.
That's not a stretch. They might, well, they play fast when she's in the game. I was going to say maybe they would play faster if she's out, but she's as big of a part for them in transition.
She'll get that rebound and then throw it down the court, and they're down. As she will split the pair of free throws, giving Labette County the lead of 8 instead of 9.
This game is ages from being over in terms of who might win, but Labette County in a favorable spot with 3.5 minutes left. Kinsley Boss might get caught traveling, and she does. Turnovers would be one of the benefiting factors for Indy should they come back. Yeah,
we've had some possessions here and there that we've just kind of been careless with the ball, or we turned it over. Just maybe a shot didn't even fall for us, and Independence has capitalized on those thus far, but it's kind of been a struggle in the second half. It's not been the same Independence team we saw in the first half.
Landry O'Brien fights hard and draws a foul on Independence. She could have easily just let Lemus pull down that ball, but she stuck with it, stripped it away, and it results in possession and a foul. That's on Jones, her 4th.
Wow. So I'm pretty sure Jones and Lemus both have 4 fouls in this ball game right now.
Landry has had 2 of the biggest defensive plays for us all game. One was when Indy had tied it, and another was right there, big time. 2:55 left, good guys by 8. Here's Caton, right wing. She's been fantastic again. Entry pass tipped, Landry has it. Right-handed layup is missed, and it's a foul going this direction on Addison Rexwinkle. Each team will have 3 fouls now, and that'll be the 3rd on Addison.
As I think Coach Bird will want a full timeout for Independence.
Man, he's burned enough timeouts. My feet are getting a little hot over here above their huddle, but I mean, he's been in that situation.
Yeah.
His team's down by 8 with 2:40 left. Back in a minute with the closing moments here in Harrison.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
Independence inbounds the ball. They trail by 8 to our Grizzlies. They break the press. Here's Jones' right block off the glass.
Wow.
Good. They had to have that out of the timeout.
Yeah, now Labette County only leads by 6, so anybody's ball game right now.
Oh, yeah. 2:20 left in it. Caton O'Brien maintaining possession and dishes it off to Jones. Right back to O'Brien, defended tightly by Etchison. She'll get by her. Good dump down to Boss, and she'll get the friendly roll. O'Brien with her infamous high-low dump down off her dribble drive to Boss.
Yeah, just a really good drive and pulling the defenders into her and then finding the open man, and just a really good finish. Got the friendly roll on that.
Such a great pass by Caton.
Yeah, she has really, really good court vision. She sees the court very well.
I'm glad Labette didn't get conservative there. I'm glad Caton wanted to keep going for it, because you're going to have to score a couple more to secure this rather than just try to sit on it.
Yeah.
As Caton O'Brien is going to force another jump ball in the corner. Hard-nosed players here for Labette County. It'll stay with Independence, though. Coffeyville has taken a 2-point lead on the road against Pittsburgh with 2 minutes left in that one.
Wow, that's a good game over there, too.
Fort Scott still leads Parsons on the road in the 4th quarter. And we have a foul on Labette County. It'll be the 4th as a team, so Indy not quite shooting free throws.
Kind of a controversial call right there. I don't know if it may have been the right one, but we'll just go with it.
Here's Lemus off the inbounds. Her floater is strong, and they say it's off of Nevaeh Jones. It'll stay with Independence.
You'd figure after all this time with the ball, Independence would find a way to score it, as Aubrey Boss will check in for her sister Kinsley Boss. But Independence has had a tough time scoring the ball in the second half.
Etchison left unguarded, but airballs the 3. Lemus tries to pivot. Good pass to Maddox, who floats it in. Great pass.
Yeah, really good pass.
Maddox, first bucket, first points of the game. Minute 20 left. Labette County up 6, as that's going to, I thought they were going to get Caton on a carry as she dribbled it real high and dribbled again, but they say Coach Vollmer got the timeout in on time. Labette County wanting to go to 5-2 in the league and try to stay alive in the race. Should Fort Scott slip up sometime along the way, that would help. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Labette County looking good here at home.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Labette County is just over a minute away from going to 5-2 in the SEK and 9-5 on the season. However, 5 Bulldogs stand between those two things.
Yeah.
It's not over.
No. A minute 18 left in the 4th quarter. Labette County up by 6 points. Anything can happen for this Independence team. Kind of saw in the Burlington tournament where Labette County just came back in those final minutes to almost possibly win it. Just fell short. That could potentially happen to Independence as well.
Independence gets the ball back, misses a 3-point basket, as Aubrey Boss on the other end missed a floater. So Labette County dodged a bullet big time right there. Independence fouls. It's Johnson fouling Landry. Independence will have to foul one more time for Labette County to shoot free throws. That's Johnson's second. Checking in for Indy is Spencer, the sophomore, back in. She will replace Lemus.
Reagan Roberts will check into the ball game for Aubrey Boss. Maybe looking for a 3-pointer. Kind of seems like just kind of some deep point threats out there.
Labette County gets it in. Roberts throws it right back to Landry, who's fouled by Spencer.
Now Jaden Davis will run to the scores table, and I'm assuming checking into the ball game for Reagan or Addison.
Big free throws down the stretch for Labette County. Landry's first is good.
That was correct. Jaden will check into the ball game for Reagan. And Spencer and Jones will check out for Independence.
Second free throw for Landry to get the LC lead to 8. You betcha. 48 seconds left. Labette County up by 8. Lemus defended by 2 Grizzlies that are still fighting. Up by 8 with 40 seconds left, and I'm not whining about it.
No.
Caton O'Brien wants to just win it, no question, but she does foul Lemus, who will shoot 2.
I thought maybe could have been all ball right there, but I think she clipped the hand of Lemus. As Lemus will miss her first free throw attempt, and Jones will check back into the game for Bashir.
Each team has shot 12 free throws. I thought that's about perfect to me.
How many you said?
Each team with that free throw from Lemus has shot 12 free throws.
That's pretty good.
As, of course, the one time I say that comparison, there's a lane violation, so Lemus will shoot another one. But on paper, it's still 12 free throws, but that seems about right to me. In a physical, competitive game where you could call some more than you did or call less than you did as the officiating crew, to me, 10 to 14 free throws is about perfect.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Aubrey Boss did check into the ballgame for Addison Rex Munkle, and Lemus makes her free throw.
There was a lane violation on Labette County, so she got another try at that second free throw to make it 43-36 Labette County.
Reagan Roberts checked into the ballgame for Jaden Davis, and Addison Rex Munkle runs back onto the court for Aubrey Boss.
Both these players or coaches are playing chess rather right now. Ball goes into a wide open Landry, who gets across half court before she's touched by Spencer, fouled by Spencer. And Landry will go to the line again.
And Aubrey Boss and Jaden Davis will go to the scores table again.
First for Landry, who only has one field goal tonight but has 6 points, and it'll stay at 6 as she misses the first.
And Rex Winkle and Roberts will go back to the bench, and I'm assuming not for very long. I assume we'll see them both go to the scores table after another possession stoppage.
Landry misses the second as well. Here's Jones underneath at the rim, fouled, bucket, plus the foul.
At 27 seconds left.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, that's plenty of time for, she makes this right here. It's a 4-point game. You can take your final timeout. I think Independence only has one more timeout left, if I'm not mistaken. As Spencer and Bashir will check into the game for Independence. Well, just not yet for Bashir.
The and one free throw for Jones, who has all 6 points in this quarter. She has struggled with fouls this game. She misses it. Johnson was there for the board, but Landry got it. Another play of the game for Landry, but a travel's called on Nevaeh Jones. Now this game feels similar, except the roles are reversed as the game at Burlington.
Yeah, I think you put your best defender on Etchison right here, because that's who they're going to go to, or possibly even Maddox, but I think you put the ball in Etchison's hand, the senior guard.
Timeout, Coach Vollmer. She wants 60 seconds. We'll just take 30 so we have time to chat here on KLKC.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during Couples Court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKCRadio.com.
There's a lot of Grizzly fans here yet again, and they were perhaps a little bit more relaxed about 10 minutes ago than they are now.
Yeah.
Labette County, I don't know if they ended up going up double figures. I think it got to 9 and peaked at 9.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
But it's a 5-point game, which I know is only 4 less than 9, but Indy has momentum and the ball right now with 22 seconds left. It goes into Maddox, Etchison. They got to go quick.
Yeah, they don't have time to spare right now.
They go to Johnson. She'll face.
Yeah.
She'll shoot. She'll miss.
What a
Jaden
rebound.
Davis. Great defense, my friend. And she gets the board. And then it's thrown away by Landry. But
there's only 8
it
seconds
burned a
left.
lot of time.
Yeah.
Labette County's student section is bold, Ian.
Yeah, there's 8 seconds left, but they're chanting. I believe that we will win. So let's hope that doesn't come back and bite them in the butt.
Etchison in the corner. Well defended. Pass tipped. And a foul on Landry
Kate?
somehow.
Or Landry.
I have a feeling Landry might punch a hole in a wall if that's on her, but all right, it's not. We're safe.
That was the 5th foul on Lemus.
She looked ready to explode if that ref said it was
Oh,
on
goodness.
23. But she'll shoot free throws, Landry will. So Labette County looks like they're going to get out of here with a win. I'm not going to say they escape with a win because
No.
they have been in control,
Yeah.
but they're just going to
Sneak by.
get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. She makes the first, the second good as well. Just 3.5 left. Labette up 45-38.
Double dribble.
As here's Maddox, and they won't get a shot off. Buzzer sounds. Labette County's victorious, 45-38. They win it and move to 9-5 on the season and 5-2 in the SEK. Independence drops to 3-4 in the league. We'll see how much time they put on the scoreboard. And I'll probably take a decent little break so I can take a break personally, Amanda, and then we'll come back and add up some numbers and chat with Coach Vollmer. As while I await them to put time on the board, Fort Scott has taken a 19-point lead on Parsons, so the Lady Tigers are going to move to 7-0 in the league, undefeated. And it was a close one between the Pittsburgh and Coffeyville girls. We'll see who won that one. I'll try to go back in the timeline. It looks like that game is still live. No, it ended. Coffeyville goes to Pittsburgh and wins by 4. So Coffeyville improves to 3-4 in the league, and Pittsburgh drops to 2-5. Coffeyville, very nice team. We will take a 4-minute break and come back with the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show involving statistics, some talking between us, as well as a chat with Coach Vollmer.
as halftime of pregame for the boys. Jackie's still gone, so give me a break while he returns. I'm not for sure where he's at. I think he went to the bathroom. But wrapping up the girls' basketball game, the girls came out victoriously over the Independence Bulldogs, getting a victory of 45-38, as it did kind of come down to a sneakily win over Independence. It was a kind of a rough ending to it. Independence was playing pretty good at the very end, kind of cut the lead down for Labette County, but did prevail over the Bulldogs to get a good win. As Jack has come back to return us, so take your job back. I'm not good at this type of stuff yet.
Oh, sure you are. Sure you are. As Coach Vollmer did make her way up here kindly, as we'll throw the second headset over to Coach Vollmer. Sorry about the start there. I'm sure Ian did a fine job, but I'm trying to get my thoughts about me here. Coach, thanks for coming up. Great win. That's a good Indy team.
That's a really good Indy team. With the addition of 13. The first time we played them, they didn't have 13, and then Johnson was not there either, 34. And then, it wasn't like we were oblivious to them coming into Burlington. We just didn't play well. I watched that film like 4 times, and we knew what they brought to the table, and we had a game plan, and they executed it. My kids did that to a T.
Yeah.
We kind of wanted to pee our pants a little bit towards the end, but any team's going to do that. Any team's going to come flying at you, and we held our composure in moments, and that's what it takes to win, and we did that tonight.
Absolutely. As there were multiple plays in the game, I feel like, that kind of egged us on. Landry had 2 defensive plays that I thought were terrific. After Independence came back and they took a 2-point lead on us that evaporated quickly.
Yes.
So talk about your team's instant response to that. I think within seconds you're back up 5.
Yep. We talked about they're going to make a run and what does that look like, and we're in control of our destiny, and we tend to kind of want to push the panic button way too early, and all we talked about was, listen guys, we're in control of the situation, and it's one trip at a time. We can't get ahead of ourselves. This team's so athletic at times and so offensive minded that they tend to look towards 3 or 4 plays next. Sure. We can't do that. We have to focus on getting a stop, and that's been a big focus for us in practice, is getting a stop on defense, and we have to pride ourselves more in our defense than our offense, and that's going to create opportunities for you offensively. And this team is so athletic that we have to use that, and we have to capitalize that, and they did. And it starts with not letting the ball to the middle of the floor to Etchison. She's a fantastic basketball player, and then obviously 34, limiting her touches deep in the paint. She had a fantastic shooting percentage at Burlington tournament, and I don't know what it is tonight. I don't want to probably even look at it, but we know when she catches, she's either going to the free throw line or she's scoring a layup. So we had to limit her catches, and we did that down the stretch, and we just had to stick with the game plan. And I think this team is growing smarter game by game and practice by practice, and we just have to continue to focus and trust in the process, trust in the coaching staff, trust in each other as teammates, and we did that tonight.
Independence, I feel like, benefited from transition offense in Burlington, just kind of got ahead of us a little bit, the full length of the floor. And tonight there were stretches, of course, they're going to get theirs where they were successful in that. But they had a lot of turnovers right in that portion of the court, in between the volleyball lines. Was that a point of emphasis? Because you guys like to, keep teams pressured. So what was the aspect there?
I think you can't run at this team. I mean, you can't run at Camden Etchison, or she's going to slice you up. And so we talked about angles to traps and containing kids and keeping them in front of you, and we just played the statistics and what their turnover percentage was once we got the ball out of her hands, and we just played really solid structured defense. We tend to fly around, and we loved the comeback against Indy. We didn't love the result of that, and we don't need to play that fast in order to be successful. And I told them we don't want to play like that. We don't want to get to that in a ball game like this, and we didn't. So we would much rather keep everything out of the middle of the floor, and that's an adjustment we talked about that we're going to have to make late. Not letting the ball just go down the middle of the floor, because they're such a great rebounding team. They're so athletic, and trusting the box out process. Jaden Davis had a huge rebound. We talked about what is my role? And sometimes my role isn't to score 20 points. Maybe it's to get one box out in 32 minutes. And, you know, we had kids come in and do that. I thought Reagan Roberts played super well really early.
Yes.
She knocked down some shots. Libby Poole had, you know, I can go, list goes on, where I see moments of kids doing their job in moments. And we're going to continue to do that and push team basketball. And we did that, and it feels really good. We're going to take that into next week.
Coach, you've won 5 out of 7 SEK games. That's not easy to do.
No, it's not, especially with some of the teams that we have this year and the talent level that we have. It's just not easy.
Yeah.
And that's a testament to my kids and coming in every day and practicing. They make practice fun. You know, it's not a chore for them. And when it is a chore, I don't know it. You know, we try to work hard, but keep it light and be happy around our teammates, and they're doing that day by day.
Certainly. Tough league. Huge week next week. We are still at home. Coffeyville picked up a road win at Pittsburgh tonight, so impressive there for Field Kinley. So keep getting after it, Coach, and keep building that resume, and we'll talk to you on Tuesday.
All right, great. We'll see you Tuesday.
Thank you, Coach.
That's really sweaty.
She made the comment, that's really sweaty. So Ian's maybe a little bit warm in the building tonight. But Labette County wins it 45-38 and improves on the season to 5-2 in the league. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the Tank Connection pregame show for the guys contest. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Tank Connection pregame show of Grizzly basketball. As always, who the girls play, the guys play. Independence comes to town to take on our Grizzlies. Both these teams are not having the seasons they aspired to have in the early fall going into the season. Labette County just 1 win on the year. Independence, I believe, with just 3 wins. So certainly one that both teams look at as one that they should win. But the thing about it is, both teams see it that way. We think we should win. They think they should win. So all in all, I expect this to be one similar to our girls' game, but maybe a little bit more back and forth than the girls' game. So stay tuned for this one. You'll want to watch it as the one at Independence back in January. Was a fun roller coaster ride as well, but our Grizzlies came up short. Camden Julian carried his team on his back and put away the Grizzlies that night in Independence. We're going to swiftly move, so we get an opportunity to talk about it, into the league standings for the boys. Lucas is going to throw that on the live stream, and I have a little sheet here with it, but there are 3 teams tied for first within the SEK on the boys' side of things. Fort Scott, Chanute, and Pittsburgh are all 5-1. I tried to find out how to break the tie between them for my graphic, but they've all beat each other or lost to each other. So I couldn't figure out how to break the tie. So they're all in first place at 5-1. Parsons in 4th at 3-3. Coffeyville in 5th at 2-4. Independence in 6th at 1-5, and Labette County coming up the rear 0-6, still searching for that elusive first SEK League win. Fort Scott travels to Parsons tonight. The Lady Tigers beat the Lady Vikes tonight handily. Chanute host Iola, so they get a break in the SEK. Pittsburgh host Coffeyville tonight. The Lady NATO beat the Lady Dragons tonight. And yes, so those are the SEK League matchups. An interesting note is that Parsons had a makeup game on Wednesday. I think it was a makeup game where they hosted Pittsburgh. Parsons, girls and boys, have played 7 games in 17 days.
Wow.
With their tournament at Southeast, they played this Tuesday when most teams were off. and Wednesday and tonight. So Parsons has got to be tired. We'll see if they can hold off the team in first place, Fort Scott, at 5-1. As you could hear the buzzer in the background sound, that means we are 1 minute away from tip-off, or should I say starting lineups here. If Ian, we actually already have starters, I think. Ian, I still have something to do here. I have to draw my score chart for the night.
Okay.
So if you could you name off starters for both teams, and I'll get that done.
Yes, sir. I will indeed do that for you. For the Independence Bulldogs, number 1, McCoy Bird, a junior guard at 6 foot height. Number 2, Tucker Gregory, a senior guard at 5'11". And number 11, JD Veely, a junior forward at 5'11". A number 12, sophomore, Kellen Lanning, a 5'11" guard. And number 15, rounding it out for the Independence Bulldogs, a senior guard at 6 foot tall, Camden Julian. And for your Labette County Grizzlies, number 3, Xavier Phillips, a 6'4" senior. Number 4, Kegan Bates, a 5'7" sophomore. Number 15, Hudson Baker, a senior at 6'8". He's been doing very well for Labette County lately. Number 21, Dylan Johnson, a 6'3" junior. And rounding it out for Labette County Grizzlies, Barrett Heston, a 6'1" sophomore. So tonight, Labette County looking for their second win in the season and the first SEK win of the season as well. Looking to face on Coach Brad Smith and the Bulldogs as Coach Argerbright gets the Labette County Grizzlies a nice talking in a circle over there in his red button-up top and black tie, I'm pretty sure. Blackish, reddish, white tie, you know, just a couple of colors on it. So Labette County facing the Bulldogs tonight, looking to snap their losing streak in the SEK to get their potential first win.
Both of these teams feel like this is a game they should win. I can guarantee you one thing, it won't end in a tie. Tip-off in 30 seconds. This is Grizzly basketball. Broadcasting live. Meister for 3 in the lead! Yes! From the studio of KLKC Parsons, Wilson launches another 3, and it's pure for Shelby Wilson! This is Grizzly basketball on 106.7 FM KLKC Parsons. Unbelievable win! I cannot believe it! Hudson Baker wins the tip, and we're underway with the first possession of the game. Labette County will turn it over. Julian up ahead to Birdie. He misses the layup, but the putback is good by Gregory. 2-0 Independence, just 20 seconds into the game.
Hudson Baker looking to stay dominant, drives to the rim, and will pick up a foul and go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
I can tell you a couple things for sure. Independence is facing a completely different Labette County team than they saw over a month ago. Labette County's playing ball that will win them games. And the second thing is Labette County's length is going to hurt Independence tonight, like a lot.
Yes.
Or it should.
I was meaning to say something during the pregame show, but I didn't make it back in time. But I was going to mention something along the lines of that as, you know, Independence, when they first played Labette County, it was a whole different team as Hudson Baker makes his second free throw. But this is a whole different Labette County team than Independence first played. And Labette County is a very scary team right now and looking for some revenge against the Independence.
Baker makes both. 2-2 the score. 7:15 left first quarter. Julian wants a 3 in the corner and drills it. He hurt us in the last game.
Yeah, just a good player, really good, talented senior guard for Independence. Yeah, he'll drive to the rim and take it full speed ahead he's not afraid to do that, but you just kind of got to put your body on the line and take a charge. I think that's something that Lebec County should have taken from that the game when we played Independence the first time they saw us, is take charges when Julian drives to the basket.
Independence is running a 2-3 zone, willing Lebec County to beat him beyond the arc. They force a turnover. Julian, quick, left-hand shot, blocked!
Nice.
Phillips pins it against the window, and it tumbles out of bounds and will stay with Independence. Lebec County's length having an effect defensively there.
Yeah, student section's going a little crazy over there.
Some debris from the student section made its way onto the court, and the ref had to stop play. I'm sure the victim of that, or the suspect rather, faded into the shadows of their classmates, hiding from the principal.
And Coach Price, man, he's a scary dude.
I can't forget about him. 5-2 Independence, 6:30 left in the quarter. Indy with the rock. A lot of movement beyond the perimeter for the team in black and orange down their side. That's Indy. 3 seconds in the lane, turnover Independence, and Dylan Johnson's fired up about that call as he jogs back to play some offense. Nice to see some emotion come from Lebec County here early.
Yeah, I mean, the past couple years that Lebec County's played Independence, it's been a very a rivalry kind of thing, you know, kind of like how Parsons and Lebec kind of is. It's definitely Independence and Lebec starting to form a good rivalry against each other, and it's been going on for the couple years that I've been here at the school.
Yeah, it really has.
So it's a very emotional game between these two.
Kagan Bates left wide open in the corner, misses the three. Barrett Heston and J.D. Veely both grabbed the ball and pulled each other to the ground simultaneously. As it was a jump ball, it'll be Independence possession.
Yeah, that was just a good job by Barrett Heston going up there and trying to get that rebound. He just unfortunately couldn't get his ball, Lebec County's ball.
2 minutes in, 5-2 Indy. Julian in the corner. The lefty pulls it down, gives it back to Bird. Hand off Gregory, hand off Julian. Wanted to shoot the three. Lebec County in a man-to-man. Heston on Julian, now Bates. They flip it into Birdie. On Heston, hook shot, good.
Yeah, just a really good move and finish by Birdie there.
7-5 Independence. Entry pass over the head of Hudson, picked by Julian. Right to left, Independence goes. Gregory has it off of Julian, and he'll pull it back well beyond the arc to run a half-court set. Now Julian open for three, drills it. Timeout, Coach Argabright. Julian with 2 threes, and he's greeted emphatically by his teammates as they make their way to the bench. 10-2 Bulldogs. It's a full timeout. Back in a minute with Grizzly basketball.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Lebec County down by 8, not even halfway through the first quarter. Heston launches a three that misses. Baker, Skywalker, he'll score it off of a rebound. He could have maybe got that if it hit the American flag.
Yeah, no, he was up there. He was going to get that rebound no matter what.
10-4, Lebec County scored out of the timeout. 4:30 left first quarter. Lanning with the basketball in the corner, gives it up to Birdie. Julian has 2 3-point buckets. Hook pass Birdie, right block, travels, turnover Indy.
Yeah, a really good pass from Julian there, just Unfortunately, Birdie just couldn't handle the ball and the pressure of Hudson Baker as well. That's always a scary sighting to see a 6'8" kid over the top of you with his hands up. It's like looking up at the Eiffel Tower.
4:10 left first quarter, 10-4. Independence. Johnson, high-low Baker on an island, and he probably wishes he wasn't fouled there because he was going to be able to leave the ground and jam it home.
Yeah.
So that's the first on Lanning.
And the standout freshman, Nolan Nash, will check into the ball game for Dylan Johnson. And number 4 for Independence, Javen Colbert, will come into the game for Gregory. Colbert just a freshman at 5'9". But I think this is the first time we've seen him play. I don't know if we've seen him in that
Colbert?
number 4, yeah.
I don't think so. Three-point shot is missed by Phillips, but Labette County gets the offensive rebound. 3:45 first quarter. They try to go to Baker, but Julian's pass denial is pure. And checking in for Independence is Gregory. He'll get Birdie.
One thing I've seen teams do a lot of is play a 2-3 defense against us.
Yeah.
It really stops Hudson. It puts a lot of pressure as Hudson Baker. I was just talking about it. Hudson Baker gets the N1 to fall for him. So he'll go to the free throw to possibly make it a 3-point play. But no, as I was saying, it's difficult for us to face a 2-3 defense because a lot of teams have been running it on us, and it's basically 2 people on Hudson every time he gets the ball down in the paint.
Right.
And so you're basically you have to take a 3-point shot.
Yeah, as they've been learning to get crafty with their entry passes or sets to get Hudson even 2 feet of space to get him the ball. 3:28 first quarter, 10-6 Labette County.
Hudson did miss his 3-point attempt free throw as well. Forgot to mention that.
Independence misses. Rebound Heston. Hook pass Baker off his chest. Picked up by Bates in front of Indy's student section. Phillips threw a rocket right into the right chest plate of Hudson Baker. Labette County will turn it over. Colbert with good hands. Julian at the free throw line. Bounce pass tipped out by Bates. It'll stay with the team in black. That's Independence. Checking in for Coach Smith is Jimmy Bunyard, a junior. He will replace Kellen Lanning.
Yeah, just miscommunication from Hudson and Xavier, as I think Hudson was thinking there was going to be a lob play, and Xavier was going for the good pass assist.
2:52 first quarter, 10-6 Independence. One-arm flip to Bunyard. Back to Colbert. Three-point shot is good.
That's a really good shot from the freshman.
Yeah, good player. I'm confident he didn't play against us back at Indy. Bates answers with a 3 of his own and stares down Colbert, but Colbert didn't see him do it. 13-9 Independence, 2:20 first quarter. Julian swerves, shoots, and scores. That was a pretty finish for Camden Julian, who has 8.
Yeah, Camden Julian is putting the Independence Bulldogs on his back right now and assisting them out a lot on points.
Bates, right wing, defended by Colbert. Heston, further to the corner, Nash. Baker double teamed by Julian and Gregory when the ball goes to the corner. A backdoor lob is thrown way too high for Phillips, and that's kind of, I think, what Coach Smith wanted.
Yeah. Was The offensive possession before, where Kagan knocked down that three-pointer, is something that we're going to need a lot in this game. Is Kagan is our hype man, and he loves getting into the ball game, and he's a very emotional player. So him making threes and getting the team rowdy is something that we're going to need in this ball game.
Gregory nearly banked in a 3. Kagan Bates catches it in the corner in prison, but finds Phillips. Back to Bates, wants his second 3, gets his second 3. 15-12, Kagan Bates slices Indy's lead in half.
That's what I was just talking about. We need more of that from Kagan Bates, and he's stepping up to the challenge today.
Minute 10 left first quarter. Independence 15, Labette County 12. At least scoring hasn't been the problem for Labette County here early. Here's a little turnaround floater missed by Veely. Rebound Baker. 60-second mark, first quarter. Heston, right wing, furthers it Phillips, cutting Baker, catches it, plants, goes up and easily scores.
Yeah, definitely has the height advantage there, and he's going to use his body every time to get up and get those points. So good job by Hudson, and a really good assist from Xavier or Barrett, one of the other. I forgot who threw it to him.
Here's a little floater by Tucker Gregory that falls. He has 4 now, and Labette County trails by 3 with 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Been a really fun opening quarter, though. Baker going down on Julian, travels.
I think Hudson was just trying to hop, jump, step, kind of plant his feet, and I think the referee kind of just saw some extra movement there.
12 seconds left in the first quarter. Julian might be the one to take it, but he picks his dribble up. Gregory has it. 6 seconds, back to Julian. 4 seconds, he calls for a screen. He gets it with 2. Back to the pick and roll man, and he'll miss it badly. That was Veely. At the end of 1, it's Independence 17, Labette County 14. The sparks were flying. It was a fun first quarter. Back in a minute with the second on KLKC.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Eight minutes is pasted on the hovering scoreboard above midcourt, as well as the 2 on the brick walls here in Harrison. And it begins to run. Ball goes into Kagan Bates. Labette County will have it. Drew Scheibe in the game, did great things against Burlington, or in Burlington, as Baker will throw it to Phillips underneath, and he'll score it easily. He was wide open, Ian.
Yeah, I'm really loving the passing of the ball right now around the arc and just inside. Just been some really, really great passes from Xavier to Hudson and just all around.
The freshman will launch another 3 for Independence.
Wow.
And did he get that friendly bounce?
Yes.
That ball hit the butt of the rim, kissed the hovering support beam here in Harrison, and then fell down. 3-point bucket's good for the freshman, his second. Bates misses a floater, and here comes Independence up by 4. It's Colbert, the freshman, who hit the 3, I should say his name. Bunyard back to Julian for 3. He airballs it, but it's offensive rebounded by Veely. I don't know how he got it. Gregory they go, and he's body bumped and fouled from behind. First foul for either team this quarter. I think it's on Bates. That is his first, Bates.
As Briggs Knight will check into the ball game for the first time for Dylan Johnson.
20-16 Independence, 6:50 first half. Lanning back in for Bunyard for Indy. Heston defending the ball, Gregory. Knight on Julian. Given room, Knight went under the screen. Julian won't shoot it, and forward the pass. Colbert flings it. Defended by Scheibe now is the ball handler, Lanning. Tried to get downhill, but gave it up to Julian. Independence being very patient on this possession. Coach Smith calls in a play. Phillips defends Julian. He has 8 points. A backdoor here to Colbert's caught in the deep post. He'll have to kick it out and out of bounds. Turnover, Independence. That possession never had the things you're looking for if you're Indy.
Yeah, it just kind of seemed like Labette County was all over the Independence players and just nothing seemed to be open or no, it just didn't kind of feel like Independence was going to get a good possession out of that. As I don't know what happened. I think Briggs Knight just got called for an offensive foul. I don't know what for, though.
I don't either. I really have no idea. Maybe he pushed off the Indy defender as he was popping to get
possibly
open. But either way, yeah, that's a foul on Briggs, and it should be his. And unless someone stepped out, I don't know. Three-pointer by Colbert is up and missed. They never put a foul on anybody up on the scoreboard. I didn't think the ball went over by the sideline, though. Here's Phillips.
Wow.
Forgive me, Xavier, for talking about the previous play while you're making magic happen. He gets a reverse layup to go, and Labette County's only down 2.
Yeah, really good drive from Xavier Phillips there to get to the basket and then getting that reverse layup to fall for him. Just a really great play, and he's just a very athletic kid.
20-18, Labette County playing defense now. 5:18 left in the half. Ball goes into Julian. Knight straight up on him. Kicked out Gregory. Colbert, open tray, good.
Yeah, I don't think we can leave him open anymore. He's going to make most of the shots he's going to be putting up.
Independence's traveling student body chanting, he's a freshman, as Colbert, impressive, has 9 already. Scheibe will drive on the freshman, nearly travel, and he did there. Turnover, Labette County. 4:48 left in the half. We trail Indy by 5. Julian crosses the timeline. Comes off of a Veely screen and throws it to Veely. Here's a little set play. Lanning launches a 3. Short off the front. Julian gets the board, throws it back to his teammate.
Wow.
And the carom goes to Colbert, who lays it in. He adds a whole different dimension to this Indy team.
He's been playing really great right now, and he just, you can tell he's an athletic kid who loves playing basketball. It just seems like he's made for that.
Labette County struggling offensively here this quarter. Scheibe gets caught up in traffic under the rim, and it's stripped and taken away. Julian will bring it up again. 25-18 Bulldogs, 3:50 first half. Colbert puts the ball on the deck with his left hand, and he'll throw it with that hand to Julian, left wing. Scheibe, good help defense off the screen. Pass intercepted by Baker. Long quarterback pass to Phillips, who's fouled going up by Colbert. And Phillips immediately looks to the Bulldog freshman and smiles, as Phillips would argue that Colbert fouled him so he wouldn't dunk it.
Yeah.
As he was going up to hammer it.
That's kind of a smart idea, honestly, by the freshman, because, you know, you make that dunk and it's possibly an and one.
Right.
And then you get the student section wild up and they just get the crowd into the game. So, honestly, just a good foul by the freshman. As Xavier Phillips will miss the first free throw attempt, and Kagan Bates will check into the ball game for Drew Scheibe.
25-18 Bulldogs. The score is at a standstill. Labette County only has 4 second quarter points. Indy has 8, all from Colbert. And now Phillips makes it 5 second quarter points. He has all of them. 25-19 now the score.
And our standout freshman, Noah Nash, will come into the ball game for Xavier Phillips. So Xavier will go take a seat on the bench and just get a refresher.
Independence with the basketball, leads by 6, 3.5 second quarter. He'll spin off Nash, lay it in with the left hand. That is a nice soft finish, and we see a very happy Coach Smith, who just let out a wow as he made his way back towards the corner of his coaching box. He's impressed with his senior, and we have a foul on Gregory for Independence.
Yeah, I'm impressed too. That was a really good play. He drove to the basket, spin move, good finish. That's just a basketball move and a good finish. Xavier Phillips will check back into the game for Briggs Knight.
First half has gone by fairly quickly here in Altamont. Heston will throw it in. He slaps the ball, surveys, throws it into Baker, somewhere they haven't been in a while. He'll shoot a right-hand hook that misses, as really it's an unguarded hook because no one can really contest it. As we have a block shot of Baker, and it goes off of White, and it'll stay with Independence.
Yeah, really good block from Hudson Baker there. Just unfortunately, Labette County couldn't get the possession. So crossing our fingers, Independence doesn't capitalize on this and make it a double-digit lead.
A beautiful play for Independence. Lanning pitched it to Veely on the back door, sneak a peek, and it is a 10-point Independence advantage. Veely's first points of the game, and it's a 10-point Independence lead with 2:40 left in the half.
Yeah, it's kind of been you said in the first half, points isn't the struggle, but first quarter, my bad. But in the second quarter, it's been a struggle to score some points for Labette County right now. So, yeah.
As Heston kind of misses a wide open layup off the inbound, Barrett struggled with a fairly bad illness this week, and he's just kind of coming back from it. So a lot of that's been going around, and so maybe he's a little out of sorts. It's awful hard to play when you're coming back from an illness, as Phillips picks up a foul here, and Independence will maintain the ball. Ball's thrown into Colbert. He has 11 for Independence, a name we did not say when we played Independence a month ago, as he did not play. Here's Julian. He directs traffic really well, but missing is Veely. Rebound Baker. Labette County needs a good 2 minutes going into the locker room here.
Yeah, I know. We have Hudson will get called for a travel.
That's the right call.
Yeah. We haven't been saying Hudson's name a lot. We were told that he does have the height advantage and everything, but, he hasn't been able to score much, so other people have been needing to step up.
Coach Smith calls the timeout. His team with momentum and a 10-point lead back in 30 seconds. This is Grizzly basketball on KLKC.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information, or visit labette.edu.
Independence leads Labette County by 10 with the ball. A minute 50 left. They're looking for a 13-point lead. Missing the three-point bucket, though. On the far side was Cayman Sprague, who just checked in. As Labette County gets the ball back off the rebound, Heston launches a three, dies off the front of the rim. That's number 20 for Independence, Jimmy Bunyard. Three-point shot for Independence in the corners, off the mark by Colbert, one of his very few three-point misses. And Labette County's down 10 with a minute 15 left, and a travel's called on Xavier Phillips. Labette County just forcing things offensively.
Yeah, we aren't seeing the good ball movement, as Carson Lamb will check in the ball game for Barry Heston, but we're not seeing that good ball movement we've been seeing lately in the past games, and where people have been open and been finding shots that have been good looks. It's kind of been a struggle in this second quarter for us to score points, and that could be the big factor that could potentially lose us the game.
60 seconds and counting, first half. Phillips gets his hand in a lane and is fouled again before he can get down there and shoot a wide open layup. again, it's I don't know if that was on purpose, but that's a good foul for Independence.
It is, honestly.
But unfortunate for Xavier, who has had 4 points taken away by fouls from Independence, which credit them for that, I assume.
Yeah, honestly, this just good ball plays, honestly.
That's Indy's 4th team foul. Labette County not shooting free throws just yet. Nash with it, the freshman in the game. Skip past Bates left wing. Right in front of the official, defended by Gregory far side. Trying to find Baker, and they do, short corner. Julian is on him. Not much there. Independence with good defense. Lamb lets a 3 fly. Looked good the whole way. Missed it. Baker put back good.
We're going to need some more Baker in this next upcoming second half.
Absolutely will. That cuts the Indy lead to 8. That doesn't sound so bad, but we need a defensive stop.
Yes.
13 seconds left in the half. Julian holds the ball.
A turnover would be really nice right now.
For sure. 5 seconds. Julian at the top of the key. 2 seconds. That's a good look for Colbert. Drills it. That was a great look. Not contested, and his 4th 3 of the half as he really makes his way to the locker room in a celebratory fashion. Big time play, man. 32-21, Indy in front at the break. A disappointing second quarter from our Grizzlies, only putting up 7 points, but they still have 16 minutes to right the ship. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. Thank you, Amanda, the voice of our technician. I actually don't. What's your title? Board operator? That's probably your title, right, Amanda? Board operator. Back at the station. I'm not very smart, so it's hard to sound smart. So thank you for that. But yeah, big thanks to Amanda. Always is there for us to put in the cues, advertisements, get us on the air. Without her, you wouldn't be able to hear us. So thank you, Amanda. 32-21, Independence in front. At the halftime break, Ian, kind of just disappointing.
Yeah.
To put it in one word.
Kind of just like this season has been going, honestly, just kind of been disappointing, but it's been a rough go for this Labette County boys team, and you know, we think we got stuff somewhat figured out, or we think things have been getting better for our teams, and then we have a game like this where it just feels like after the first quarter we're dead. We're drained from the first quarter, playing so hard and tough, and then we don't have anything left to give in the second quarter.
Right.
But I just hope that in the third and fourth quarter, when they come out of this locker room after halftime, they have a lot better of a mindset, that they'll come out, that they know that they're a good team, that they can score the ball efficiently and productively. They just have to have the mindset that they can win this ball game, and I think that's what the team has been lacking so far this season for most of the games. When they're down like 11 or 10, when it's a doable game that they can come back and win, they just have a negative mindset that they need to get out of the way and pretend like the game is at 0-0 and you're starting brand new after halftime.
Yeah, have to. I made eye contact with Coach Smith, so I lost my train of thought. Independence's game plan has been really nice and has really helped put them in position to have success against us defensively. However, I also feel like the way Labette County is played, not from a coaching standpoint, not from an execution standpoint, just from like a mistakes standpoint, has baited in perfectly to Independence's game plan and made it look so much better. Some of those clogged passing lanes, bad entry passes, because Independence has been in a 2-3 zone. And it's really caused Labette County to just kind of stall offensively. Longer possessions that end in turnovers, indecisiveness. That's kind of what a 2-3 does, because Coach Argerbright even told me, I asked him, what would you say is the identity of this team offensively? Because one might think it's Hudson, and he agreed. They want to run through the big fella. Of course you would. Yes. And a 2-3 zone can take an offense and put them in a state of confusion. And what do?
Yeah.
Because it takes away that identity. And we've seen a result of that for us offensively, I feel like.
Yeah, I think that teams have definitely realized that playing a 2-3 defense against our team has been a very big struggle for us to get past. And it's just been the 2-3 story for us all along. And just finding ways to get around that 2-3 defense, find open looks, get the ball passing around, and just having other people step up for you in big games, big situations for you, to instead of Hudson, because you know we do want to get the ball to Hudson and play along with him. And you know, in this game, you would think that he would have the height advantage and he'd have probably 20 right now, but it hasn't been that way. He's had maybe, I don't know, 4 6 points. I'm not for sure how many he's had, but it hasn't been Hudson's the night to have the ball so far. But we have seen in previous games where he'll go and score 21 half and then 6 the next half. So I mean, anything can happen in this next upcoming half. But I think you just need to find other people in this offense to score the ball.
Right.
And I think we've seen glimpses of that. But like I come back to what I said earlier, just gotta have confidence and positive self-esteem in yourself and know that you can score the ball.
Right.
And you just gotta have that confidence to drive to the basket, take good shots. You know, you gotta think that you're gonna make that shot. And I think it just comes down to that. We got a lot of talent on this basketball team. We just haven't seen the peak of it quite yet. And I think we're still trying to figure that out. It's getting to the point in the season where we've got to figure that out quick, or it's going to be a shorter season than the guys want.
Yeah, that's good points. We'll go into the statistical part of our halftime show. Hudson Baker, and I don't say this to say you're wrong, he had 10 first half points.
Oh, really? Wow.
So that's a tribute to how well he's played, because it feels like he's got nothing.
Yeah.
And he has 10.
Yeah.
So
My mistake.
well, no. It's felt that way.
It just feels like he's been very quiet.
It's felt that way. He has. It's been a quiet 10. You're without question right. It just might mean that a lot more points are to come.
Oh, yeah.
Kagan Bates has 6. Xavier Phillips has 5. For Independence, the impressive freshman we didn't see last time we played him, Colbert. That's Javen Colbert. He has 14 on 4 made threes. Camden Julian has 10. That's a good 1-2 punch. Tucker Gregory has 4. McCoy Birdie has 2. And J.D. Veely has 2. Second half in 30 seconds. This has been the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. It'll be Independence basketball to open up the second half. Inbounder is Birdie, and he'll find Lanning. Independence by 11 with a half to go. Julian being crept up on by Heston. He'll be patient, try to see where he wants to go with the ball, and he'll find Birdie still well beyond the arc. Independence executed well in the first half. Julian launches a 3, misses short, but his long rebound goes right to his own hands, and he'll easily score.
Yeah, just boxing out the shooter is what you just learned from that. You gotta box out no matter where they're out on the court, because anybody can get a rebound.
Kagan Bates will drive, try to answer with a touch floater that misses. Hudson Baker flirting with a personal foul, but they don't call it, and he'll force the ball to go off of Julian. Great effort by Hudson.
Yeah, really. Sorry, I was yawning. Really close to over the back call or just a personal foul, like you said, but luckily just the Independence player was to his right, and he didn't get that foul.
Great pick and roll there from Kagan to Hudson, and Baker lays it in for his 12th point of the game. Kagan Bates with a nice post feed. .6:43, third quarter. At the elbow is Veely. He faces on Johnson. Dillon's been quiet but played firm defense. Julian well beyond the arc. Bates is called for a touch foul as he gambled on the passing lane and brushed Lanning in the shoulder, and they called it.
Yeah, LeBay County's got to step up its defense, be maybe just a little bit more aggressive, not too aggressive to the point where you're fouling them and they're getting to five fouls as a team and going to the line, but to the point where you're putting a lot of pressure on them to turn the ball over and get offensive transitions for yourself.
Right.
To score the ball.
Sure. Independence gets to the bucket. I was hoping that would come to fruition, but Lanning is able to get it to go with his offhand on the left side, and that's his first bucket. Independence by 13. Baker soars to the rim, and a foul going the other way as Hudson runs his fingers through his hair in disbelief of the call, as that's his first and the team's second. In Parsons, Fort Scott leads the Vikes by 10. They're late in the, or mid-second quarter rather, I can't see the time. Here's Julian, gets by Phillips, kick out Birdie, touch pass, 2 feet to Lanning, jacks up a 3 that misses, and a foul on Independence. That's gonna go upon the head of J.D. Veely. That's the first as a team on Indy this quarter, and just Veely's first with 5:48 left in the third. It's 36-23 Independence.
Offense right here, you got to find a good play to run or just find somebody open to make a good shot for you. And like you said at halftime, you want to get to the big man, and that's what I think they're going to try to do here.
It is halftime in Parsons. Fort Scott leads by 13. 5:30 left, third quarter. Bates in the corner, pulls the three-point shot, down belly button high, shoots a floater off a drive that misses, rebound Julian. Labette County just can't spark that run right now.
No. They're tasting it just a little bit, just they end up a little short every time.
And if I might say, they've been getting outworked on the defensive glass as McCoy Birdie skies in for a rebound and putback. Indy is up 15. They've hustled harder.
Yeah, they're just playing better than Labette County right now. Hudson gets a nice layup to go off the glass to fall for him.
And it's hard to out-hustle Labette County. Coach Argerbright harps and harps on how hard his team plays, and they do. But Indy just is at a different level right now in terms of those hustle plays. As Johnson tries to prove me wrong, Dylan hits the deck hard, but the ball squirts out in Independence's favor, and Birdie benefits yet again. Great play by Dylan, though, just didn't go our way.
Yeah, just like you said just a second ago, Independence is out-hustling us as Bear Heston will make a three from the arc. We answer back every time Independence scores. It's just we're down by a little bit, and we got to stop them on defense, and we haven't been able to do that this far.
40-28, big-time three from Heston. Here's a nice fake handoff and drive by Lanning. He was swerving around the three-point line, faked a handoff, and drove it quickly, and that caused Heston and Johnson to jump for joy, and that foul's going to go on Dylan, the team's third and his first. 2 free throws for Lanning.
Yeah, they've ran that move several times in this ball game to get a wide open lane to the basket, and Labette County hasn't adjusted to it just yet. As Lanning will miss his first free throw attempt, and Nolan Nash will check into the ball game for Dylan Johnson, and the man himself, Colbert, will check into the ball game for Independence.
Lanning tries to split the pair and can't. He misses both. Labette County on a little 3-0 run off of Heston's three. Yeah, as Nash had nobody within 10 feet of him. Here's Bates off a screen. He'll pull it down with 3:45 left in the third. Coach Argerbright might want a timeout if we score here, as he's right by the ref's ear. Here's Baker on the block, backs down his defender. Swim move, bucket is good.
That's what we needed right there.
Coach Argerbright does indeed call a timeout. Labette County back within 10 and back within the confines of their identity. Heston wide open three, Baker with 16. We would like to keep it here and thank our sponsors for making our job possible. Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, and Labette Center for Mental Health Services. 40-30, Independence in front with 3:30 left in the third quarter. I haven't sensed panic from Labette County as they were down 14 or 16 a couple minutes ago. One, because I think they know this is a team they can very well beat, as Colbert has a shot blocked by Baker at the top of Mount Everest, and here comes Phillips. I'll hold my thought for the next dead ball. Here's Baker at the top of the key, holding the ball above his head, defended by Birdie.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I wonder if we'll ever see Hudson shoot a three-pointer. I do want to see that sometime in his high school career, just pull up a three-pointer.
I wouldn't mind it. As missing a three is Labette County. Independence with the rebound. Labette County couldn't quite extend on their 5-0 run. Colbert hasn't scored this quarter, had 4 threes in the first half. Here's a little 12-foot J that rattles out for Lanning. Rebound Bates, Labette County right to left moving in their whites. Backdoor lob, Phillips lays it in. He dropped from the rafters, but a great pass from Kagan Bates. Labette just 4 buckets down.
Yeah, we tried running that earlier, and Kagan kind of just threw it a little above Xavier's head, and this time Kagan Bates adjusted to it to find his open man. As the travel call will be called on Independence, that is Colbert picking up that turnover. So Labette County kind of getting some momentum going their way right now, as they're only down by 8, as recently it was just 15. So really good job by Labette County to cut it down to only 8 right now.
Labette County knows they've had the capability to score, to win, to beat this team, and it just hasn't happened. So it's been more disappointment than anything else, but now we see some averages prevailing as Nash shoots a 3 and misses, and a foul going the other way on Hudson, his second and the team's fourth, with 2:09 left in the third.
Yeah, and I honestly will not mind Nolan Nash missing that shot right there. He had a wide open shot, so you might as well take it. You know he can hit it. Just unfortunately missed it off of the rim and bounced, and Hudson picked up his foul. Wow, just Camden Julian will drive to the basket and just take it himself and make a really good finish. And then on the defensive side, Camden Julian will block Kagan Bates on his way to the rim. He's just doing it all for them right now.
He really is a do-it-all type of guy. Camden Julian stands at 6 foot tall. He's got a, I don't know, would you call that a linebacker build?
Yeah.
I don't know, running back? No. I'm trying to compare him to a position in football, but I can't. He's an all-around guy, let's say that. Here's Johnson underneath, misses a layup. His first effort tonight in terms of shooting came up a little strong there, but a nice take by Dillon. And Indy has the ball back up 10, 90 seconds left in the third. That's a great play by Xavier Phillips to get it to go off the chest of Lanning, as that certainly did go off of Lanning. He says otherwise.
Yeah, I know this is kind of just random, but Camden Julian is a tremendous tennis player. He's been to state, I think, 3 times maybe, 2 or 3 times, and he's won it in doubles twice, I think. I'm not for sure, but he's really great at tennis. Oh, get off the track of Independence players right now, as our standout freshman Nolan Nash will drive to the rim and get a and one to fall for him. And he'll go to the line to try to make it a 3-point play, as Hudson Baker will check into the ball game for Xavier Phillips.
34-42. Nash's reverse and one cuts it to an 8-point Indy advantage. Looking to crack it to 7 here if he hits. Missed it strong.
Nice
Baker
rebound.
is there. Put back. No good. He gets his own, puts it up, misses again. Rebound Indy. Then they turn it over. Here's Nash in the paint. Gets a man to bite, and his foul going up. Coach Smith throws both hands in the air in disbelief. Nolan Nash playing hard. He'll go to the free throw line. This is going to be a tight finish, I think.
Yeah, you wouldn't think about that earlier in this third quarter when they went to 15 as the deficit for Labette County, but it just feels like the tides have turned, and Labette County is getting some momentum to get back in this ball game. Nolan Nash misses his first free throw attempt, but Coach Smith of the Independence Bulldogs will call a timeout.
One more free throw for Nash after this 30-second break on KLKC.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during Couples Court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the house gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKC.
Nolan Nash at the line to shoot one last free throw after Coach Smith maybe tried to ice him a little bit and get a game plan after the free throw. And Nash will hit it. 42-35 Independence with 1:07 left in the third quarter. Camden Julian brings the ball across half court, dribbling with his left hand. Motions Colbert to back door. Julian still with the rock. He's the quarterback of this offense. There we go. I found a position I can relate him to. Here's Colbert with it, wearing an athletic compression sleeve all the way down his left leg. Here's a cut. Independence has a shot blocked hard by Baker, but the block rebound goes right into the hands of Veely, I believe it was. I'll give him the points. I think it was J.D. Veely on the backside to take it back out to a 9-point Independence lead. Here's a set play for DJ to let a 3 fly. Dillon, and he misses it strong off of Labette County. It'll go to Independence. not the best swing of events you wanted if you're Labette County, because you did a lot of things right. Baker blocked a shot that went right to Veely, and Johnson just missed an open three that he would usually make. As Ian took a restroom break, so if you don't hear him for a bit, it's not because I can't shut up. 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Indy by 9 with the ball. Julian, foul going up. Baker can't believe it because it's going to be on him, as he's really been in disbelief after most every foul that's been called upon him. That's his third and the team's fifth, but it won't matter a whole lot because there's just 7 seconds left in the quarter. But Julian's going to the line to take this back to a double-digit lead into the fourth quarter, which hurts because it feels like you've played better ball. He does miss the first, though. As Ian has rejoined me.
I was rushing.
Oh, you're fine. I just want to let people know so they don't think I'm not letting you talk or anything.
Yeah, I had to go do a quick potty break. As Julian makes his second free throw attempt.
I love live radio. Here's Bates, gives it up to Baker, who draws a foul of his own. I'm not saying it wasn't a foul, but he sold it well.
Yeah, that was really good. But no, really good job by Hudson going up, creating that foul, because, I mean, there's only 0.6 seconds left, and, you know, cut it down to only a single-digit deficit will be really good going into this fourth quarter.
Baker's first of 2, in and out. 45-35 Indy. Baker with one more from the line with 0.6 seconds left in the third quarter. It really feels like they've played well enough to be within 6 at this point, Ian.
Yes.
But credit Indy for just making those plays and getting those rebounds. Baker spins the ball, bends the knees, shoots, misses. Rebound Julian, who flings one that wasn't a bad effort. And that'll do it. At the end of 3, it's 45-35 Bulldogs. I still wouldn't change that dial. This very well could be a good finish. 10 points isn't a lot, but Indy is in control, I will say that. We'll be back in 1 minute with the final stanza from Altamont.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Grizzlies fighting hard for their first SEK win of the year. Independence making sure it doesn't come easily as Hudson misses his own shot but gets his own putback to go. If he can catch it close enough to the rim, it's 2 points.
Yeah,
but Indy has done a good job of making sure he doesn't.
Yeah, they've been doing a really good job at making sure if he does get the ball, that they're tightly guarding him or they're contesting the pass inside as well.
What's funny is he has 18 points.
That's crazy.
Here's Indy underneath.
Nice.
Hudson gets a big block on Veely. 7 minutes left in the game. Labette County down just 8. Hudson with multiple blocks, but a few have tumbled right to Independence. Veely with Baker on him. They want to go to Julian underneath, but he wasn't there. Birdie drives baseline, blocked by Phillips. Birdie has to save it and does to Lanning, who pulls up, misses short, and it goes right back to him. Bounce past Birdie, who travels but no call, and he lays it in. Those are the plays that have defined this whole game.
You got to box out. That's what you got to come away with in that.
37-47, Indy keeping arm's reach. 6:15 left in the game. Nash lets a three fly, misses it strong. There we go, an offensive board, and Nash is fouled going up. As it's about time a missed shot goes right to our player, and Nash will shoot 2 more free throws. He shot 4 or 3 in the third quarter and only made 1 of them, so he's looking to right the ship from the line here on this trip.
That last defensive possession by Labette County, the one previous to this, as Nash misses his first free throw. But those are the points where, you know, like you said earlier, where you're within 6 points or 10, and there's a big difference between there. That's 4 points.
Yes.
That's 2 possessions of ball game.
Nash misses both strong, but Kagan Bates, wearing a cape, soars in and saves the day. Picks the ball up off the deck and lays it in. 39-47. That's a play we might look back on here in 6 minutes.
I sure hope so.
Bates has 8. Phillips has 7, and Baker has 18.
Yeah, I love how Bates has been playing in this ball game. He's been playing really great.
Heston's going to be called for a foul as he was riding the hip of his man. That's his first and the team's first. Indy just with 1 team foul as well this quarter. 5:45 left in the game. Independence by 8. Gregory forces up a tough one. I think he was counting on a foul, but it was never called. Here comes Labette County. Phillips head fakes, gives it to Baker, and I think he traveled. He did. Good call, Ian. We struggle with that, both our teams, a little bit.
Yeah, that's been a big issue for Labette County girls and Labette County boys.
5:30 left in the game. Colbert brings the ball up the floor, forwards it to Birdie, to Julian, downhill.
Nice.
He'll have it blocked by Baker. He went straight up. Long pass from Phillips to Bates, ran down in the corner. And then his pass is stolen by Colbert. Big play by the Indy freshman, and then they throw it away.
And the dunk.
Veely thought it was going to be for him, and then Hudson Baker throws it down and gets a technical.
Tech because of he hanging on the rim. Hanging on the rim.
Did he say something?
No, it's hanging on the rim. Like
he didn't
going
hang
back
on
and
the
forth.
rim. He didn't hang on the rim. Hudson Baker just had the best dunk of the year as he pulled the rim all the way down below the backboard. Take a listen to Harrison.
They're not pleased with that call at all.
Whenever you dunk it so hard, you kind of have to hang on the rim for a minute so it springs back up. Or you know, whatever. Like, he can't just jam it, hang on for a bit, and then let go. That's part of what makes a dunk a hard dunk, is kind of pulling the rim down a little bit. That shouldn't be a tech.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I just got deja vu because I just saw that recently on Instagram where a guy dunked the basketball and he did the same exact thing Hudson did, and he got a take called on him for that as well.
Coach Argerbright called the timeout, and I think he just called the timeout to get an explanation. That beats me. That was just a hard dunk. He didn't hang on the rim and shake his legs or look at somebody and stick his tongue out. He jammed it and then dropped to the ground. We're going to be back in 30 seconds with a crazy 5 minutes here in Altamont.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKCradio.com.
Camden Julian is shooting 2 technical foul free throws, and then Independence will get the ball back. That does go down as a personal foul for Hudson, and so that's his 4th. Wow. I went back and watched the replay, and I still greatly disagree with the call. His momentum was carrying him in the air. So if he lets go, he might flip back and fall to the ground.
Exactly. Yeah.
He had to hold on to the rim to land like a cat.
Yeah.
He had to.
I don't think the referees quite understand that, because your momentum's rocking you forward, especially with a great throwdown like that. You can't just like throw it down, or you're going to fall down on your back and you can hurt yourself.
So basically you're saying you can't dunk hard. All right, let's move on here. Here's Julian pulling up from short corner, misses it short.
The main thing to come away with is Hudson can't let that affect his play either.
As Kagan Bates will miss it, but Hudson Baker tips it in. As I tip my cap to Coach Argabright for leaving Hudson in the ball game. As Hudson is having a great night, and we're only down 5 after all of that.
It's loud here now. It's loud.
Sometimes a bad call or a technical can infuse an atmosphere and team with some energy. 4:30 left in the game. Labette only down 5 after all of that. Here's Lanning with the basketball, defended by Heston. He'll switch hands, and that's an offensive foul.
Wow. It's getting rowdy here now.
I don't know if I agree with that call at all, but maybe the ref secretly knows he owes us one, because I don't feel like Lanning made contact with anybody there.
That's what I was thinking. Coach Smith will call a timeout for Independence.
As I feel like we will do what needs to take place here, and we'll go ahead and just take a break, mentally reset, and approach this new 4:23 left in the game in a new fashion here. Let's step aside for 30 seconds.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
(43-38) the score. This is a different type of atmosphere here in Altamont, because you have some upset fans, some anxious fans that feel like something was kind of taken from them, but all Indy gained was a point. Did Julian only make one of his technical free throws?
Yes.
So it only affects you if you let it. And Labette County has responded well. Here's another foul on Indy. I really like how Labette County responded to that situation, because
I love it.
Sometimes a technical foul can be made more of a deal than it is.
And I'm happy that Argabright stayed composed in that as well, because usually he'll get wild up with that as well. He'll get frustrated, say some things, and that's another tech right there. But I'm happy he stayed composed in that. And you know, the good thing about right now that just happened was Colbert picked up his 4th foul. So he's out right now with 4 fouls, sitting on the bench.
Ball goes into a wide open Nash for 3. Down and out the ball goes, and that's probably a foul on Phillips. It is. He just couldn't help himself as he kept jumping over the back of the shorter Birdie, and eventually his second personal foul was called, and each team has 3 team fouls.
This game's going to come down to the wire. That's all I'm going to say right now.
Yes. I think so. This is fun. Julian has the ball on this side of half court. Comes off a Veely screen. Lanning has it. Compression sleeve on his left elbow. Pass tipped by Phillips, stolen by Nash. And a pass nearly goes out, but Phillips saves it. Flips a rifle to Bates. Tucks the ball on his hip. Shoots a fading floater that falls. Kagan Bates turns around and swings his fist in the air. Labette County is within 3.
I love the way that Kagan played this game. He needs to carry this on in the next games.
Julian drives, misses, and subsequently fouls Kagan Bates from behind off the board. There is life in Grizzly Nation.
Oh, there's live.
There's almost, well, you can't have too much live.
No, never in Grizzly Nation. Never, ever.
48-45 Independence with 3:17 left in the game. Labette County was down 15 or so in the third quarter. And ever since the Tech called on Hudson, we've seen kind of a different Grizzly team from a spunk standpoint. Here's a high-low dump down from Baker to Phillips, and that's on Indy.
Oh, really?
It looked like he was calling a 3-second violation, but that's on Independence.
Wow. So Colbert's out of the game if that's on him. I thought it was on Xavier because I saw him push Colbert, and that is his 5th foul. So, wow. Yeah, Xavier will go to the line, shoot 2 free throws, and Colbert will go sit on the bench for the rest of the game.
Yeah, Colbert should come off before Phillips even shoots. As the ref stops play, Colbert will have a seat. A good game for Colbert, who had 4 3-point buckets in the first half, and I don't even think he shot a 3 this half, maybe 1.
Yeah. Yeah, the freshman's honestly why they're ahead right now with all those 3s that he made in the first half.
Yeah. He hit one at the buzzer to go into halftime. Phillips misses a free throw. He's 1 for 3 on the night. 48-45 Bulldogs, 3:03 left in the game. Phillips with 1 more.
It feels like there's like 30 seconds left in this game, but there's 3 minutes.
There does.
3 minutes left still.
There does. It does feel like that. Phillips makes it. The way the crowd is reacting after anything we do that's good, you would think there's 30 seconds left, as if we tip a pass, they act like the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, and I love it. But it does feel like it's later than it is. We'll join them with it. Here's Julian flipping it to Lanning. Labette County down 2 after Phillips hit the second free throw. Lanning, kick out Julian, head fakes, drive short corner, hook pass is blocked by Baker. He makes him eat it. Here's Bates,
really
right to left.
Good job by Hudson. I mean, he has 4 fouls. That's risky to do, but it pays off.
I love that Argerbright just left him in the game. Go get it done, Big Huddy, and boy has he. Playing with 4 personals. Labette down 2 with the ball, 2:15 left. Bates pulls the 3-pointer down. He'll drive, shoot with the right hand, miss it. There's Baker, goes up, plus the foul! Hudson Baker is gonna go to the line to try to tie this sucker. 48 all, or I'm sorry, give Labette County a lead as he just tied it at 48 with 2:10 left in the game.
Let's go. That is just what Labette County needed right there. As Nolan Nashville checking in the ballgame for Dylan Johnson.
24 points for Hudson Baker. He has exactly half of our points. To take the lead. He hits it. The story could not have been written more perfectly should we go on to win.
Hudson still has to play careful. There's 2 minutes left in this ball game. 4 fouls. Has to play protective here.
49-48 Labette County. 2 minutes left in the game, and Hudson Baker just fouled out of the game. He was playing well beyond the rim, and now Independence has a chance to take a breath, let their shoulders sag, and we'll see how they play now. But Hudson Baker gets a standing ovation from Grizzly Nation, hugs and high fives from his assistant coaches. As you might be saying, well, why? He scored 20 all year if you're just tuning in. He had a call on him earlier that no one really agreed with. It was a technical foul, and he's had to overcome a little bit here and has done very well with it.
The remaining people, 5 left in this ball game, need to have confidence in themselves to know that they can win this ball game without Hudson Baker.
As it would give them that much more confidence as Independence is fouled, and that's the 5th as a team on Labette County. And we'll see who they tag on the foul. It's not quite up there yet. But that's the second on Heston. The first free throw for Lanning. Good. It thought about it. The 5 on the floor for Labette County are Heston, Phillips, Johnson, Nash and Bates. For Independence, it's Birdie, Lanning, Veely, Julian, Gregory. Lanning for the lead. He gets it.
This is Xavier Phillips' time to shine to help put this Labette County team in a good way to win this ball game.
Minute 30 left. We've had too many heartbreakers like this.
Oh, yeah.
This year, it's time to win one. Labette County down 50-49 with the ball. 90 seconds left. Nolan Nash drives, serves, scores! An athletic play from an athlete. Nolan Nash gives Labette County a 1-point lead. Here's Julian across half court. He'll get to the rim, shoot, and is fouled. As it feels like anytime you want to get fouled in this one, you can. As Julian will shoot 2. This is crazy in here.
Yeah, this is going to be back and forth, final minute and 10. There'll be a lot of time. This will be like a 20-minute game. Technically, if you want to be realistic, all the timeouts, that's going to happen as Julian misses his first free throw. Still has one more attempt left at the line. But there'll be a lot of timeouts, a lot of fouls. There's a lot of time left in this game, even though it's only minute 10. And Julian will make his second free throw. So 51-51 all.
Yeah, Julian splits the pair, knotted at 51. 60 seconds left. Phillips with the ball. Hudson's on the bench. He'll shoot. And that's a foul on the floor, but it won't matter. 2 free throws for Phillips coming. That's on Julian. That's his 4th, as that would really come into effect if the game goes into overtime.
Yeah. I think this is a these are really, really big free throws from Xavier Phillips right here. Need to make these to put pressure on Independence.
First free throw for Phillips, no good. All the ones he's missed have hit the exact same spot on the rim.
These are just a little softer. Just tap it in.
He's 2 for 5 from the line. Looking to go 3 for 6. He holds the ball on his left rib cage. Dribbles it 2 times. Spins. Holds it again on his left hip. Bends. Fires. Misses short. Rebound Independence. Birdie with the board. Outlet to Gregory. Now Julian waltzes left to right. Picked up by Nash. Oh, a near backcourt violation for Birdie. Coach Smith almost called a timeout, I think, but he wasn't granted it, and he might be happy now. 37 seconds, we're tied. Here's a dump out to Gregory.
I think Indy, they're stalling for last play.
I don't know if Indy knows who wants to shoot it here. 26 seconds left. Johnson on Lanning as a foul on Dillon's called as Lanning was driving. As I get that Dylan got beat and turned his shoulders, but I don't think that that's a call-worthy foul.
Ticky-tacky foul call right there.
So 2 free throws for Lanning coming up. Hit 2 massive ones a couple possessions ago. Here's the first one. Strong and no good.
Seems like nobody can make a free throw right now.
I don't think I could.
Oh, no.
It's crazy in here.
Absolutely not.
I thought KU played in Allen Fieldhouse tomorrow, but apparently it resides in Altamont right now. It is amazing in here. Lanning makes the second. 52-51 Indy with 20 seconds left. Labette County with the rock. Coach Argabright in the referee's ear. We'll see if he calls timeout. 13 seconds left. 11 seconds. Backdoor Phillips.
Yeah.
Bucket plus the foul. Bucket plus the foul. Bucket plus the foul. Xavier Phillips gets the suspended shot in the air to go. Plus the whistle. Labette County goes up 1 with 10 seconds left. He's going to have to make it because you want to assume that Indy can go the full length and maybe draw a foul of their own. So Phillips needs to hit this free throw to secure any guarantees at all, and he'll have to wait a little while to shoot it. Big time play by Zay. 53-52, Labette County in front with 10.6 left on the clock. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Grizzly basketball.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
I feel you on that, Amanda. I feel you on that. Labette County leads by 1 with 10.6 seconds left, and Xavier Phillips is going to shoot one free throw out of this timeout. May I remind anybody that's a little too exuberant right now, 10.6 seconds is enough time for me to go get a cup of coffee and come back. That is eternity in a game of basketball. So Labette County needs to have defense in mind because Indy can easily get in the paint. Xavier, big free throw. Yes.
Well, I mean, Indy needs to box out, but I still think this is a very big free throw from Xavier Phillips right here.
The and one attempt
is
good. Coach Argabright wants a timeout after Phillips hit the free throw. As what made it probably more difficult for Xavier to hit that free throw is that in the timeout huddle, I bet you Coach Argabright said, Xavier, when you make it, I'm calling timeout.
Yeah.
So, you know, that in Xavier's mind, he's thinking, man, if I miss, I'm going to throw off our game plan. But boy, did he go out there, cool as a cucumber, and knock it down like the senior leader we have in him with Hudson Baker on the bench. 54-52, Labette County in front. 10.6 seconds left. Independence with one more chance to either go for overtime or go for the win.
I honestly think what you do for if you're Labette County, I don't know, this might be bold, but you foul the inbounder to send them to the line. A certain somebody.
No.
I think so.
You do not foul. If you're up 3, you foul.
All right.
Like, if you're up 3, you wait till they cross half court, maybe foul.
Yeah,
but if you foul them,
right.
they can tie it. Right. So you want to at least, you know, have faith in your defense a little bit.
I don't know. I don't feel like any of the Independence kids right now could make a free throw with our crowd being so loud.
Well, hey, we'll see.
We'll see what Labette County does, as nobody's on Julian right now.
As Bates comes to greet Julian, the senior. Ball goes in from Gregory to Julian. 7 seconds left, and Coach Smith calls a smart timeout as Julian crossed half court. So Indy, 2.5 seconds came off the clock, and they get the ball on this side of half court. So that's a great timeout from a great head coach, as he's going to have something here. We'll see if he goes for the win, because look, do you go for overtime because Hudson's on the bench and you feel like you could be advantageous, or Indy only has 3 wins too, you know? So do you just go for the win?
Yeah, there's a lot of options you could do here if you're either team, honestly. The thing is, the star on Independence, Cam Julian, has 4 fouls, so you send it to overtime and he picks up a 5th. It's fair ball game for either team.
Let's not send it to overtime.
Oh, I don't think it's going to overtime.
There's 2 scenarios it doesn't. They don't score or they hit a 3. Now, may I take you back in time, however many years it was. Magic Relaford, Labette County was down by 1 to Independence in this gym, and Magic Relaford went the length of the floor in like 6 seconds and laid in a floater to beat Indy at the buzzer.
I honestly think I do remember that. I was over there in that corner, right, my corner kid. And I remember him hitting that. That was crazy.
Indy to inbound. We'll see if they can do that same thing to us. They give it to Birdie. He gets to the rim. Left-hand layup blocked by Phillips. Out off to Julian. It's Labette County's ball with 3 seconds left. A greatly contested shot by Xavier Phillips. He got a piece of it as Coach Argabright wants a full timeout, and he is granted it. Labette County is a clean inbounds pass and a couple free throws away from winning, but those 2 things have to happen. Back in 30 seconds with potentially a Grizzly victory.
Knock on wood.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
A couple execution plays away from getting their first league win of the year. Labette County's got to get the ball in. Heston is the inbounder, throws it into Phillips, who's fouled immediately. Wow. 2.4 seconds are on the clock. Still far from over Ian Harlow.
Yeah, you're very correct here. I mean, Xavier could potentially miss one free throw, and then this is a three-point ball game that Independence could make a full court heave or just a good, decent three-point shot to send it to overtime. But that's a miracle for Independence to happen, and anything can happen, honestly.
Xavier, this will be his 8th free throw, and he's made 3 out of his first 7. If he makes both, turn out the lights.
Yeah.
If he makes one, still a game.
Yeah.
If he... Yeah, we'll stop there. You get the idea.
Yes.
Phillips is going to hit both of these.
Yeah.
First one, right foot buried on the yellow line that marks the middle of the free throw stripe. Spins the ball, pins it against his left hip like his routine is, puts it up and hits it. It hit the rim 3 times and then went down for Xavier.
Really big free throw from Xavier. Another free throw coming from Xavier Phillips, biggest one of the game. And he misses it.
He missed it. Here's Julian with 1.5. A heave is short. And Labette County gets their first SEKW of the win. 55-52. Listen in to a celebratory environment here in Altamont. The first home win of the year.
Finally, the feel of victory. This boys team is going to hopefully carry this on to the next game, next Tuesday, right? Home game Tuesday versus Parsons? No.
Next week.
Scott? No, we are playing for Scott.
All right, calm down. All right. You take a break. Next week is a big week for Labette County as this fun stretch of games, I'm just messing with you, continues. As on Tuesday, I think it is Chanute, and then Friday is Parsons. So we're going to enjoy this, though. 55-52, down 15 in the second half. Reminds me of the win we had a few years ago at Independence, but man, this one was special and unique in its own way. Labette County overcame a lot of things and got a big-time win. As you can see on our live stream, Lucas, if you'd zoom in a little, the players and the student section are gathering at midcourt, celebrating together. We're going to step aside for 3 minutes and come back with a Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. It's been fun to watch Harrison consume their first home victory of the year. The team and the student section gathered at midcourt, huddled around the logo, did a little like football rally chant thing, and then celebrated together in just kind of a mob pit fashion. Coaches are smiling, players are smiling. We needed this. Town needed this. School needed this. It just feels good to swallow a victory, Ian.
Yeah.
As we've swallowed too many horse pills this year.
Too many close ones like that too. It's been a rough going, but a well-deserved win for the Labette County boys. Just what a finish to that fourth quarter, or that second half in general. Just way to fight back, get back into the game, have confidence in yourselves. That's what we talked about at halftime, and that's what they did. You know, you had big people step up for this game. Kagan Bates, Xavier Phillips. You know, Hudson's always going to score his usual 20, but I'm just talking about Xavier and Kagan and Barrett had some points here and there, as just everyone contributed to this win, and that's what we needed, a well-rounded win for the Labette County boys, and that's what we got against the Independence Bulldogs.
As I missed one bucket for Labette County, or 2 free throws. I'm off by 2 points for Labette County, so I'm going to put a stall on the statistics until Coach Argebright comes up here. I told Coach to bring the book up here with him, so when Coach joins me, we will name off the scoring totals for you. But Labette County wins it 55-52. Happiness is the one thing that Labette County is experiencing right now. But one thing that they did experience in that second half is maturity. After Hudson got that technical, that was we were already coming back at that point after we were down 15. But it's hard to describe. It was just a 1-point technical because Independence didn't score on their possession and only made one of the free throws. So it didn't hurt us.
No.
But the feeling that it provided the gym, it threw everything off. It was just hectic. It was crazy. Labette was mature.
Yeah.
They were mature. And it was great to watch them stay that way while they were down and as they came back and even after they won.
Well, yeah, it's just amazing because the atmosphere is going crazy. You know, after a dunk like that, giving momentum and feeling it into this atmosphere, and then plus the tech call, it just added on to that. So, I mean, you gave momentum to Labette County, and they rode that the entire rest of the way of this ball game. And even when Hudson fouled out of the ball game, you had big people step up in this game that usually aren't there for you.
It was.
Good game, Coach, as well. And it's just a great win for this team that they've been longing for, and it's finally here, and we're happy about it. We're excited. We're thrilled that we got this win. First win in SCK play, second win of the season, and they just need to ride this momentum into the next upcoming games as well.
As I wanted to make myself correct on the upcoming schedule, next week Labette County will host Parsons on Tuesday and then Chanute on Friday before going to Fort Scott. So hopefully, particularly on the girls' side, we hold serve next week, so that game at Fort Scott is that much bigger. But of course for the boys as well, we want 2 wins. I don't know how Sub-State is framed this year. I thought I saw some play-in games. So some of those bottom seeds might have to do like a play-in game to see who actually participates in Sub-State, if that makes sense. But I do know that in the past, a seed in Sub-State's not guaranteed. So Labette County, this was a big win for them in terms of just a healthy Sub-State seeding. They need to get some wins to go into Sub-State with a better seed. So big-time pickup here tonight. They took it from Indy. I thought Labette County's defense was a large portion of this too. Again, I missed a couple points for Labette County, I think, in the fourth quarter, so we'll go ahead and roll with that. They outscored Indy 20-7 in the fourth quarter, Ian.
Wow, that's a big blow for the Independence Bulldogs. That's obviously not going to help you win a game, but I think it's just a great quarter in general from Labette County to prevail that amount of points. You knew that they had the comeback in them. They just need something to rattle that to start it up, and that's what happened with that tech call especially, and just, momentum was building up, and you could just tell Labette County was going to come out with a win or a very, very tough loss. But good thing, we had people step up, and I've said that just several times already, and I'm sorry. But I'm just happy that we had people step up besides just Hudson scoring.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that Xavier stepped up and Kagan. Like, those are really key players in this ball game that we know are talented players, and they stepped up for us in this ball game, and it makes me happy, and it makes the rest of the team happy, and it boosts the team chemistry together into upcoming games, and it's just a great win.
We did get word from Coach Argerbright that Hudson Baker and Xavier Phillips are going to come up here and chat with us as well. So we still have statistics to get to. I was off by a bucket, so I want to be right on that. So when Coach Arg makes his way up here, I'll have the accurate statistics for you. I just don't want to give a number that wasn't right because I was awful close. So Coach Argerbright, Hudson, and Xavier are going to come up here. Let's step aside for a 2-minute break, and we'll see where those three are at. As we're back here in Harrison, we're getting a few different microphones plugged in. I'm not sure if Coach Argerbright's joining us. He sent up Xavier Phillips and Hudson Baker to chat with us, and we're going to try to get us all on the headsets and have a conversation with them. The two stars of the game for Labette County combined for 37 points out of Labette County's 52. Do we have a headset for Xavier? It looks like you plugged it in. But I was able to find that stat correction, so while they're getting that set up, I'll go ahead and let me know if you guys can hear me. All right. Can you hear me now? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and name off the scoring totals because I didn't get to that earlier. So for Labette County, it was Hudson Baker with 25, Xavier Phillips with 12, Kagan Bates with 10, Nolan Nash with 5, and Barrett Heston with 3. Labette County outscored Independence 20-7 in the fourth quarter, as I'll bring in the duo that combined for 37 of our 52 points here tonight. Gentlemen, I thought that you guys showed loads of maturity in this game. Down 15 in the second half. Don't speak on it. I'm not asking you to, but that wasn't a good technical foul call, and you guys overcame it. Just speak about, Xavier, you can start, just the maturity you guys showed in the poise.
I just think we did a great job tonight. Even after Hudson fouled out, we just, with our young kids, we showed maturity and just got stops on defense and just did what we needed to do down the road to get the win.
We're going to switch your headset. Sorry.
Start over?
Yep.
All right. Like Xavier said, we have a lot of young kids, and I fouled out, and they showed a lot of maturity, stepping up and playing very good defense. I was really proud of them.
Yeah, without question. I thought Kagan Bates did some really nice things defensively as well as offensively. Chipped in 10 points and had 2 threes in that first quarter. Talk about how you guys, like you talked about you fouled out. So you just have to watch. You have to watch. Xavier stepped up, did great things, hit free throws. Boy, you shot a lot of free throws tonight, Xavier, you did, and hit those big ones towards the end of the basketball game. But just talk about the supporting cast, if you will. I'm not putting anyone above anybody else, but just talk about your teammates. Briggs came in over the summer. Nolan's a freshman. Dylan is at least fairly new to the main varsity rotation. So talk about your teammates and their roles.
Yeah, our young guys really had to step up. Hudson and I were like the only two that really hit varsity hard last year. So everybody had to step up and play big roles. And asking two sophomores to start is a big role. And they've been maturing every game and just getting better. And then Briggs, he played a little bit over at Cherryville, but he's been maturing a lot. And then everybody else off the bench, they've just been getting big minutes and just maturing a lot, and you can just see it throughout the season.
Yeah, Xavier said that we had a lot of young guys step up, and I just can't tell you how proud I am of leaving that game, because trust me, I wanted to stay in that game. And they really stepped up, and I'm assuming y'all can definitely see that we're getting better each game. It's just one little thing every game that's keeping us from winning, but it's coming together. I think it's coming together.
Yeah, I remember talking to Coach Argerbright after the win against Paola, and sometimes when a team wins their first game, they maybe know it was rare, and so they're just real happy. And for us, it was more like, finally, we're a dang good basketball team that's gotten some tough breaks. We're learning, we're growing, and now we're going to go get some wins, and this was one of them. You have 2 more home games next week. I'm not asking you to look ahead, but you guys are playing good enough basketball to finish this season, winning some basketball games and get a much better seed at Sub-State than many might have thought as of a couple weeks ago. So talk about that growth, because do you feel like it did take some time? Do you feel like, we weren't very good in November, we weren't very good in December? Or how do you view your growth throughout the November in and out?
ARG tells us every season that we need to be playing our best basketball in February.
Yeah.
And obviously the first half of the season did not start out how we wanted it. But again, y'all are seeing us. We're getting better every game. We're doing better stuff. We're making less mistakes. It's just the fact that we got to finish.
So November, we didn't really start how we wanted. We didn't win a game until the Burlington tournament, but we were young and we played a bunch of good talent.
Really good.
All of the teams that we faced are either ranked or really close to being ranked, and so I just think that helped us get to where we are now, and it's going to help us in the second half of the season.
I'm being asked to do something, and I don't know what it is. Oh, okay. Throw Coach Argerbright the scorebook. But, gentlemen, congratulations. Enjoy this, and let's get a couple more next week, 2 big ones here at home. What'd you think of this atmosphere?
Oh, my. There have been 2 Independence games that have been the best atmosphere I've ever played in my life, and they were both at home. I can't thank our student body enough, and our fans, adults. It's just awesome to play in. I mean, I can barely hear my teammates when I'm sitting on the bench.
It's loud.
It was crazy. I love it.
Yeah, the community just comes together. No matter how it's going, they always just come together and show support for us all the time. And it's just amazing how loud it was in here. And it's a great atmosphere to always play in.
I'm going to steal Jack's mic real quick, but coming off a really great win against a decent Independence team, how do you take this win into the next upcoming games, and what do you take out of this really comeback victory against a decent team like Independence, and coming into the next upcoming games against 2 solid other teams? So what are you looking forward into doing those next games, and what to continue doing as well?
Arg told us down in the locker room that we can't settle for this win, and he told us that after we beat Paola too. It's just we're going to have to build off the momentum and keep doing stuff we're doing, but also grow on stuff that we're not doing.
Yeah.
Monday, we're going to come back, grind, get ready for Parsons, and then we'll have Wednesday, Thursday to get back and play Chanute on Friday. And I think we got a great shot at both of them. We played them both close when we played them at third places, and just little mistakes ended up losing the game. So I think we got a great chance when we play them both here. And just the rest of the season, I think we have a great chance to go win a bunch of games and finish out the season strong.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You guys played tremendous tonight, and I expect you all to continue playing really great like this the rest of the season and carry it forward throughout your teammates as well. And the team chemistry has been amazing. It's been getting better every game. And so Parsons, big rivalry. What do you expect them to come in here and maybe cause some disrupt, or you guys just gonna kind of pass it by? It's a big game versus some. You guys are close with some of those Parsons people as well. Is it gonna be a emotional kind of game, or friendly kind of a battle? Like, what do you kind of have going against Parsons next Tuesday?
I can't say that I don't like it being a little
terpy,
yeah. But I think it's definitely going to be physical. There's maybe going to be some trash talking, which I don't mind.
No, that's always fun.
Yeah, the energy will be great. They always bring over a great crowd. Again, our student body will be there. They'll be supporting us. Yeah.
With them being like 15 minutes away and then us having a home game, we're just going to have a great atmosphere here. And it's going to be packed. It's going to be loud. It's going to be louder than it was tonight. And it's just going to be a great game. I mean, we're going to chat back and forth. And it's at the end of the game, it's out of love and just competition for the game.
Well, best of luck in those two affairs next week, gentlemen. We'll focus on one at a time. How about that? Enjoy this one, and congratulations.
Thank you.
That was Hudson Baker and Xavier Phillips. Hudson had 25. Xavier had 12 tonight. Those two were so fun to watch. Labette County gets their first SEK win of the year, and it won't be the last. For Lucas Hayward and Ian Harlow, my name's Jack Leake saying good night, and thank you for tuning in to our first home victory of the season. We'll talk to you on Tuesday. Tank Connection pregame show will be live about 5:50 p.m. Have a good night, and as always, God bless.